What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We're going to wait a little bit until we can get some more people in here, and then we're going to start this live Q&A, which is something I haven't actually done in, gosh, it's been a couple of years, I think, since I've done an actual, like, kind of Q&A. So I'm actually looking forward to it. It's been a while, and so get your guys' questions ready. I will answer every question that I can get to. If there's a lot of questions coming, I apologize. Be patient with me, and I'll try to get to, like I said, as many as I can. I'm going to have the wife. She's going to be coming in here as well in about an hour or so, and you can ask her some questions and that kind of stuff too. I figured every now and then it's good for a channel to kind of, talk with all of you guys out there, let you get to know me more, give me the chance to get to know you more, and I think it's good business. It's just good. This is a family-friendly channel, and I want you guys to come in here. Why, thank you, Bobbin Boy. Thank you so much. No, I'm just kidding. But I want everyone to get to become friends here. This is a community. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter what language you speak. We are all friends here. So, again, we're going to wait a little bit. Why is there Superman? Just because I didn't want it to be like so boring to have like a nothing on the screen, just a big kind of thing of me. I didn't want to do that. I find those kind of vlogs just boring. So give you a little, an inspiration, my inspiration, which is Superman, and to kind of let you guys know what the purpose of this video, is, or the purpose of this live stream is. All right, so I wish there was a way, and there probably is a way. Let me see if I can figure out how to put the chat in pop-out chat. I want to figure out how I can put the chat inside OBS. I think this would be cool. I think that way everybody could see the questions that people are asking me, so I wouldn't necessarily have to repeat them all the time. And this is going to be very, very informal, guys. This is the least amount of professionalism that you're going to see when it comes to live streaming. I just wanted to, get to know you guys and have you get to know me a little bit more. Where were you the night of the 15th? No, I'm just kidding. We don't really need that. I think it's plenty enough light. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. I'm such a noob when it comes to anything OBS-wise. I mean, I just use it in the most basic simplicity. Should be window capture. Okay. Now let's see if I can find the window that I put up. That is not the window. I don't think that's going to do it. Nope. Give me a second while I try to figure this out. Weather, Google Chrome, pop up on YouTube. That should be it right here, because it's about as big as it should be. I don't know how to... You know what? It used to be so much more simpler to do this. Now it's like, I don't know, it's gotten more complicated. Maybe not window capture. Let's try something else. It's just because I really want the chat to be in there to make it simpler for everybody. How about... Can I do a... That's my old browser source. Hold on. Let's pop out here. Let's see if that works. Now, if this works, that'll... Look at that. Strain isn't the dumbest person in the world. He can make magic happen sometimes. So where are we going to put it so make it a little easier for everybody? Let's see. I hate when I do that. No, just do it straight. Yeah. I guess we don't need the live stream Q&A. We can have it like right there. Or I can move the live stream Q&A to there. Now you guys can read, maybe let's say what some of the comments and stuff are. just so you guys can kind of see what's going on too. And then that way I can just use this one screen and I can set it up there. That's nice. All right, perfect. All right, so let me get to some of these questions that I see on here. You're currently playing Horizon and watching this. That's great. Horizon's such a fun game. I've had a blast. First off, let me show you my new gaming chair. I just got this today, just still trying it out. I've only had it for a couple of hours, but I'll let you guys take a look at it. So here it is. I went for the orange. I thought it looked the coolest. I know. I should have got red if you think, I like Superman so much, but I don't know. The orange just kind of, it stuck out to me. This is what's it called? A Kinzel. I did a little bit of research, not much, maybe a few days, like 2 days of research into getting a gaming chair, something that's going to be more comfortable. Let me show you what I'm coming from, okay? So this is what I've been using for the past like 5-6 years, okay? Got my uniform here. This bad boy, this office chair from Walmart, simply the best. La la la. But I started developing some really, really bad back issues when I started going full time, because I sit in this chair now like 15 hours a day. It's crazy. And it just didn't have the support that I needed. So I went to Office Max because I still wasn't into gaming chairs. I didn't know too much about them. And I was like, okay, let me get a better office chair. So I went and got this guy. This guy, you can barely see it, but it's actually pretty soft. It's nice. It's not too bad. And this is what I've been using, I would say, since maybe February of maybe December-ish, January-ish of this year. This is what I've been using. And it just didn't have my top support that I needed, right? It just doesn't come high enough. I don't know. I couldn't do it. So I finally decided it was time to be a real man and have a decent chair. So I was like, listen, I'm not made of money, okay? I'm not one of those YouTubers that's got like hundreds of thousands of views all the time and can afford all of this stuff just over and over again, right? That's not who I am, guys. I know some of you out there might think, because I have a lot of subscribers, but the views aren't there, right? So I don't make a lot of money. So I had to go for a cheaper option. This little guy right here was about $189. When you get most DX racers or some of the other brand companies out there, you're going to pay, at least $250, maybe $350, $450, depending on the size of chair you get. And I saw this guy for $189. So I said, I had to get this. I absolutely had to get it. So it's a cheap alternative to those big DX racers, and it feels great. It's made of great quality, so easy to put together. It's got lumbar support and neck support, so it's got pretty much everything I need. And it goes completely all the way back. It's got like this thing on here, so you can take it literally, all the way back. You can go back even further. And I can literally, even though it doesn't look stable right now, I can lay down in it, and not that I would, but yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. But I just needed something to make my back feel, supported and straight. And this one does. I feel like I can get close. I can get maybe about, I'd say right here. Maybe I need to go back just a little bit. That's good. Right there. Get close. I usually use a controller, or if I'm gaming like first-person shooters now, I mainly use keyboard and mouse as I'm trying to get, a little better at it. And I feel like I can keep my back straight up. Posture, that is what I care about. I want to make sure that I'm going to be healthy so I can continue to do this years down the line. Since I'm not full-time military anymore, it's a little different than when I was. So one of my, my biggest concerns since moving, since going full-time YouTube, is now that I am part-time Army. So I pretty much, even though I work like almost every weekend, because that's just how the military band is. Because for those of you that don't know, make sure you save your questions, because I'm going to get to them. I just want to explain a few things here. for what maybe a lot of you don't know is that I'm a drummer for the United States Army. That's what I do. Okay, that's what I do when I go to work for the Army. I go and I play music. Music is my passion. Music is my love. It's what I've been bred to do, born and raised. My grandfather started the whole family with music on my dad's side, and then, of course, he gave it to all of my uncles and my aunt on my dad's side, and they all play music. My dad is a bass player. He's got a band that he does. He's also a nuclear technician, so he works at one of those nuclear plants. So he does a lot of top secret stuff that I've never really been able to know exactly what my dad does because it's always shrouded in secrecy. But he is a musician, like he plays everything, but his main thing is bass. But he also does drums and he does guitar really well. And every time I get a chance to go home and play with his band, I really enjoy it. I love it. It's great. And so he helped me to create what it is that I love, which is drums. Now, I've always been a kid that was always like really hyper, okay? Now, I'm not talking hyper. I'm talking really hyper. I had, obviously ADHD really, 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 really bad. So I was on Ritalin a lot as a kid because I was just very hyper. I was always it's kind of like a little Yorkie dog, I was always just running and had so much energy to give off. Well, it killed me twice. So there's certain types of medicine that I can't take because it affects my heart. And any depressants and stuff like that are supposed to calm you down. I'm not very good with those things, and I actually died twice. I had to be resuscitated or fibrillated, whatever you call it, on 2 separate occasions when I was a kid. So I had to stop taking that. And I've learned throughout the years to tone down my hyperness, my always wanting to move forward, right? But I haven't been able to tone down my ADHD as much because ADHD, everybody knows, is not easy to tone down. It's like when you're always wanting to do a million things at once and you just can't sit there and focus on one thing, right? You just can't say, okay, I'm going to do this for 2 hours and not think of anything else and just do it, right? It's impossible. So you really have to find something inside you that says, all right, well, you need to do this, right? Because you promised or because you did something like that. So if you see me like not make a live stream for a game, right? Let's say Mass Effect, right? I haven't done a Mass Effect live stream in like 2 days. So a lot of you out there are thinking, oh, I don't want to play it anymore, or I don't like the game anymore, or I don't care to show any more of it or anything like that. That's not true most of the time. That is because my ADD doesn't want me to go back to it yet. It's kind of like I can only stand something for so long before I need to move on. I think that's why I haven't had a very good luck in relationships. But luckily I found Jennifer, and she's great, and she's been keeping me on track. She's a very, very good, she helps me out a lot to make sure that I keep my mind focused on the important things. But with that being said, focusing is a very hard issue for me, so don't take any offense to if I don't come back and do your specific game. That's why I'm actually glad I've got For Honor and Mass Effect and Ghost Recon and Hitman and all those stuff open right now, because when one day I feel like there's no way I want to record Mass Effect because I don't even want to be near it, I can do something else. And that's why, like today, I did Ghost Recon. Tomorrow, I want to do Mass Effect and I want to do Horizon because I know you guys want more of those. And I'm more now. It's like I've got the energy again to want to play Horizon and want to play Mass Effect. So it's kind of funny and weird for a guy like me with the symptoms that I have to actually do YouTube, because you would think someone like me would not be able to do YouTube. And for the most part, that's true. But I do the best that I can, and I know I lose a lot of subscribers because of it, but it's just how I am. I honestly wish that I could figure a way how to beat it, but I can't take certain types of medicine, and some things you have to focus and deep within yourself and try to do the best that you can. And that's what I do when I bring this stuff out to you. I'm doing literally, honestly, the best I can, and I'll keep it up. I will keep moving forward. I always need your feedback. I always need everything that you guys tell me, good or bad. Even though my personality is not very good with bad, it's we're all learning. We're all still growing, no matter how old you are. And I think the older I get, the more the more I'll grow as a person, and the more we'll grow together. So that's a little bit about kind of me and where I'm at in the situation of what I'm doing. But as you can see, that's played a part in my whole life. But when it comes to drums, right? Drums was the only thing that kept me focused, right? Because as a drummer, as a rock band drummer, you sit there and you play not just one instrument, but you're playing 5 or 6 instruments at once. You're using your feet, you're using your hands. Each and every part of you is doing something different. And that is when I'm at peace. When I have each part of me doing something, I feel like I can take on the world. And that's what drums means to me, because I can sit there, I got my foot going or my feet going on bass and double bass, and I got my hand on snare and my other hand, on hi-hat or whatever. I'm doing multiple things, right? I'm keeping it, I'm keeping myself moving forward, right? And that's when I hit my sweet spot. So that's why, music is so passionate for me, because it's my release, right? It's like games is my release as well, but for only a certain amount of time. And then I have to find that other thing before, like I won't be able to touch a game for like 2 days, because if I play it to death, like a lot of YouTubers do, like they'll do one session, right? When they get the game in, they'll play it for 11 hours straight. The game is done. They'll edit and then they'll upload. I can't do that. I cannot sit there and play a game for 11 hours straight. I would literally never want to play another video game in my life. Even if I'm having the best time in the world and I'm loving every single minute of it, I'll never be able to play it again. And I don't want to be that way. So I usually play games like within 2 to 3 hour increments to allow myself to respect games and not, kill myself with just kind of how my mind works. So that's a little bit about me and my passions and what I do. But now that I work still pretty much every weekend, I love it. I still get to play drums, and I get to do this for you. So it's a change of pace. I worry more now, of course, because I'm living on my own for the first time. Think about it. So I joined the military when I was 17. All right, 17 years old. And that was back in 2001. So I turned 18 in 2001. I think I did, right? Yes, 2001 I turned 18. And then I joined the military. So I've been under the military ever since I've been an adult. Okay, so it's not that I've been under the military, but I've always had the military to fall back on, to be my backbone pretty much. And now I don't have that anymore. It's just me and my wife and my family here. And we moved all the way down here to Georgia because we wanted to get lower in the United States, because we wanted it to be warmer weather. Because after being stationed at Fort Drum, and it was like negative 20 degrees half the year round, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I like a little bit of snow, but only during Christmas. I prefer warmer weather. So we came down here. I wanted to go to Florida, couldn't get Florida. So Georgia it was. So I'm over here in the Atlanta area, and we like the area so far. It's really nice. But right now my wife is getting used to the pollen. Pollen is really bad in this area, so she's got really bad allergies that she's had to live with. We all have our things that keep us from, we all have problems. Everybody has problems. So mine was always my ADHD. Hers is, allergies. So she can't go outside. She can't, do this or that because of it. So we're trying to figure out how Atlanta is during the springtime. We already know that around September through February is decent with pollen. She didn't have any problems whatsoever. But right now it's really, 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 really bad. Pollen levels are really high. So she's been in a lot. So I want to make sure I can take care of her and stuff like that, so that she's always my main focus. And then we got Nintendo, and we got Misty, the dog and the cat, and I've had Misty now for 10 years, which is my cat. So she's been with me since my first marriage. And I wouldn't give her up for the world. She's like a daughter to me. I know a lot of people probably, say cats are not, whatever. But to me, they are. Animals, they're just important to me as some people are important to humans. And I know it's weird, but I just have a connection with animals. I love animals. And I've had that cat for now 10 years. She's been through my ups. She's been through my downs. And, she gives me that... she fills a part of me, right? So we're here, we're trying to make it, doing whatever we can. Right now, YouTube time is slow. Usually I'd say the first 3-4 months, maybe even 5 months of the year for YouTube is very slow when it comes to, like, say the money you make on YouTube. Again, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views every single video. So it's not like for those guys, yeah, they're fine because they make so many views that it doesn't matter. They're still getting $25,000 a month and whatever. But that's not me. I mean, I get maybe a couple of thousand views per video. So, and that makes me, maybe like $5-10, if that. So it's tough times when you got to take care of family. My wife doesn't work right now because she's, hopefully, as soon as the pollen stuff goes over, we're going to get her going full-time to school, which will be nice. Because at least one person in the family is going to have to be smart, and that's definitely her, not me. So, we're just living. We're normal people. So I want you guys to remember something. Just because you see somebody on YouTube or because you see a celebrity or, someone famous, it doesn't mean they're any better than you. It doesn't mean they're cooler. It doesn't mean they're smarter. It doesn't mean nothing. They are just a person, okay? Maybe they've gotten lucky in life, but they're just as important. They're no more important to this world than you are. So never forget your self-worth, okay? And that's why I always say whenever people say, oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to Centerstrain01. I'm like, dude, I'm just a guy who loves playing video games and showing it for you guys. No difference than me or no difference to you, okay? So I always like to stress that. I'm more down to earth than a lot of other people out there. Exactly. That's right, Steve. YouTubers are people too. And thank you for those of you that have donated for Steve out there. He was Renaissance, the guy who we did a lot of co-op stuff for Ghost Recon, and hopefully we're going to be able to do some more co-op stuff in the future. But thank you for watching the video and for donating. And if you couldn't donate, that's fine. Just spread the word. It's always about spreading the word. Everyone has problems, and if none of us help each other out with their problems, then, I mean, in one way or another, I mean, that's like a part of being human is to help us continue to grow as humans and as people. So, help him out if you can, spread the word and all that stuff. Go check out that video of his. All right. So let me answer some of these questions. Let me look at this real quick, because I'm sure you guys have asked a lot of questions. Okay, let's see. When will I do more blood money? I'll go ahead and start with that one. Blood money, I want, this is what I want to do because I have so much on my plate. What I want to do is I want to record another episode, the nightclub episode, I think, for blood money. I want to do it before the end of this weekend. That is my goal. And you guys hear it from me. You hear it right now that my goal is to do another episode for Hitman Blood Money before Monday and have that out to you before Monday. I have 3 missions in that game left. There's the nightclub mission, then there is the White House mission, and then there's the finale. So my goal is to have one more mission out for you by this weekend, by the end of it. Hello, Esther. Yeah, so there you go. I am definitely, Esther, going to be playing more on the Thief series. All right. I've got Metal Gear Solid series coming up. I want to go over every single game in the Thief series. I mean, there's so much stuff that I want to do, you know. Zaim, are you trained in CQC or any special forces hand-to-hand combat? Well, in the military, we have a thing called combatives, and we train hand-to-hand combat for combatives. You can be combatives level like 1, 2, and 3. There are different levels depending on what you want to do. I am combatives level 1 trained, and that's where you do a lot of sparring, and you learn specific type of moves for when you're in close quarters combat over, you know, in a deployable area or wherever you need to use it from. So, yes, I am trained in some, but not as much as say what those special forces would be trained in. Obviously, they get training like that every day. Remember, what my job is mainly is to provide support musically, morale to troops and stuff like that. That is what my main goal in the military is. That's what my description in my job is. What's the minimum? I have no idea what the minimum graphics card requirement to run Hitman in max settings. It depends on what resolution. If you're thinking 1080p, obviously you're probably, to do max settings, maybe going to want a 1070. A 1060 possibly in 1080, but 1070 would probably be your best choice. Would I ever continue? Yes, I am continuing the Riddick series. Okay, the next game that we have to do is going to be Assault on Dark Athena. The last one I did, I think, was that in 2015 or was it? Yeah, I think it was 2015 when I did Escape from Butcher Bay. So Assault on Dark Athena will be the next one, and I'd like to get to it sometime soon. Once we get all these new games over with, then we're going to be starting to load up some of those old classic games that I know you guys are going to enjoy. Let's see. I am the first YouTuber to say hello. Well, then they're just missing out. I mean, I think every YouTuber should do a live stream like this every now and then to say hi to everybody and to get to know all the subscribers and everything like that. Even if you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and you get hundreds of thousands of comments, you should at least do your best to answer as many that you can. Let's see. I did karate too as well. I did karate for about 8 years, from when I was around 8 to 16. I got all the way up to, I don't think I got my black. I think I got brown third degree. I can't remember. It's been so long ago, man. But yeah, I did all that stuff too when I was a kid. I even got pictures of me doing my karate tournaments and stuff like that. I was a very small child. Think of a guy with big Coke bottle glasses, okay? Coke bottle glasses, long blonde curly hair, and that was the kind of, and very, very short and very, very skinny. When I joined the military, I weighed 130 pounds. And I was about 130 pounds all the way up until maybe my 6th, 7th year in the military. And that's when I started gaining more weight. But yeah, so I was always a small guy. Just want to say thank you for the content. It has gotten me through some long and rough days. Mario, I am glad that I could help you out. I'm always here whenever you guys need me. Don't forget, you can always join on Discord to talk with everybody. That's a place for the community to get to know everybody, and it's just a place to, say hello to people that enjoy the same things you do. Yes, we do need to finish it, Steve. I've got the PC version, so I'm more than happy to start it up on the PC version at some point. I mean, I got so much going on right now. I don't want to overclamp myself. I'm overclamped. I think you could play some games only stealth, but some other might be more fun if you play them differently, add more variety. I've been thinking about that too. I always like to play every single game that I get, even if it's a run and gun game. I always like to try to do it in a stealthy manner if I can, That's always my number one goal, is to always figure a way to be stealthy. But when it comes to action games, I don't need to be stealthy, right? I mean, I still try, but I think that's just like one of those things that's engraved in my mind, is like always try to find another way instead of just straight through. You know what I mean? Like, if I can go around, I feel like I feel more rewarded, and I feel like I've done something. I've bettered myself because I was able to figure a way to go around. But I understand you guys would like to see me do some of these games in a different way, and I completely understand that. And I think that's something that I'm looking into doing for more live streams. When it comes to stealth games, live streaming stealth games, they're not fun. Okay, they're not. It's not something that's fun to watch. I remember a long time ago when I did a live stream on Hitman Absolution, when I was showing people when I was going through a level and I was taking it step by step, showing people how I record my videos and how I record the Hitman Absolution suit only, right? So I did a live stream on that, and there's a lot of restarting. There's a lot of small things that can piss not maybe me off, because I know what it takes to record those videos, but for people that don't understand the time it takes to make a specific one video when you're a stealth gamer. If I wasn't a stealth gamer, guys, you'd have videos just out the wazoo. But when you're playing stealth games, it takes you like an hour or 2 hours to maybe even more, maybe a day or even 2 days to get one mission down, right? And it gets very frustrating sometimes. You're not frustrated and you want to quit the game. It gets frustrating because it's like when you're live streaming, you want everyone to enjoy and to be immersed, and you can't do that when you're playing stealth games. So that's why you don't really see a lot of live streaming with stealth games. I learned that a long time ago, that live streaming is not meant for stealth games. So I like to maybe do the action games for live streams, and the stealth games keep them to the walkthroughs. That way, it just makes more sense to me, It's not as overbearing for you guys. I try to make it as simple and easy for you guys so you can enjoy when I live stream. What was my favorite game from last year? Whew. Remind me of some of the games that came out last year so I can remember, because my memory is not too good. We have some of the nicest community, and especially in Discord. Really, really great people, and I'm glad I've got to know some of you. Side quests for some of these Assassin's Creed games. The thing is, with a lot of Assassin's Creed games and just, some games that are similar to that, open world type games, side missions, man, they bore you to death, right? I don't know what it is, but they make you do the same thing over and over again. And for someone who has ADHD like me, I don't like to do things over and over and over again. So that's why a lot of times I'll say I want to do the live streams, but then once I've done a few of them and realize, oh my God, it's the same thing over and over again. Like in Ghost Recon Wildlands, it's the same freaking thing over and over again. Steal this helicopter, or hijack this car. It's the same boring thing. And yes, you need to do that so you can level up, so you can get better. But it's just too boring for me. It's so hard. I'd rather do the missions that have story. Now, if the side missions have story, if they have meaning and they have a purpose, then yeah, I love it. Did I enjoy The Witcher 3? Yes, I very much enjoyed The Witcher 3. But then again, I overclamped myself and got to the point where it's just I couldn't continue anymore because I played so much of it that I didn't want to play it anymore at the time. I'm not that way anymore now. I wouldn't mind going back to it, but it's like, at this point, would anybody even watch? I think I made it. How many parts did I even make it in? I made it into like almost 40 parts in The Witcher 3. But I mean, I was only like 25% into the game. It's like at that point, people already have the game, or it's. I don't want to bore you guys to death with the same stuff over and over again. Let's see. What do you use for recording games on PC? So I use Shadowplay to record games on PC. Shadowplay is the easiest thing to use. It really is. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll desync the audio, and then you'll have to figure out how to fix it. But I use XSplit Gamecaster to edit the videos, because it's really cool what I can do. So let's say if I have my intro, my little little intro thingy there, I have it in a video. And if I'm doing a 4K video, I have a 4K, I have a 1440 and a 1080. But as long as the video is not 10 gigabytes, you can edit it, on the spot. So I can just cut specific sections that I want to edit out, maybe a death or maybe some boring stuff or maybe a load screen or something like that. I can cut it out, simple, and it's instantaneous. It cuts out, then I just render that video, and it doesn't take anything. A 20, 30-minute video, even an hour-long video won't take any more than 20 seconds to finish. So that's the quickest way to get videos out to you guys. Now, if the video goes over 10 gigabytes, then I can't do that. I have to take it into Premiere Pro, so then I use Premiere Pro. When it comes to console gaming, I use the Elgato HD60 Pro that's hooked into my computer, and I just play it through my monitor, and that's what you see when I do Horizon. Yeah, so that's what I do there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Uncharted 4 was definitely one of my favorite games of last year. I think we all can say that. Uncharted 4 was amazing. There was a lot of good games last year. There was. But I would have to sit down and remember every game that I played in order to really say which game was my favorite. I had all the intentions in the world of doing a Centerstrain's top 10 games of the year, but I never got around to it. I'm so not good with video editing. I'm really not good with any of that stuff. And I just don't, with me by myself on this channel, I don't have enough time to really, really look into it because I'm constantly doing one other thing or another. So Dishonored 2, yes, that was such a good game. I would probably say, Dishonored 2 and Uncharted 4 were probably definitely at least in my top 5. Stalker series. I've never even looked into the Stalker series, so I couldn't even tell you exactly what it's about. I know something about Chernobyl, right? Stalker Chernobyl or something. I've really never looked into those series, though. What's my favorite TV series? Well, my favorite TV series of all time is Smallville. And let's see. Some of my favorite, I'll just name off a few of my favorite series. So Smallville's my favorite. Lois and Clark Adventures of Superman is another one of my favorites. Family Guy, I love Family Guy. I love The Simpsons. There's a new series that I'm getting into right now, and it's on Netflix, so you should go check it out. It's called Schitt's Creek, and it is hilarious. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it's called Schitt's Creek, so you're going to have fun with it. It's one of the most funniest shows I've seen. Eugene Levy is the star, and for those of you who don't know Eugene Levy, he's the dad from American Pie, and he's even got his kids in it. It's really, really good. You need to go check it out. Again, Schitt's Creek. That's Schittts, I think, Creek. Okay, so go check that out. I'm still going to redo the Metal Gear Solid series. Right now, I'm waiting. As soon as I finish the next game, whatever game it might be, maybe I'll finish Horizon first. Maybe it'll be Ghost Recon first. Maybe it'll be, I don't know. Whichever one is going to be finished first. The next one I'm going to start is Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. So when I watch that, if you guys could put all your love and support into that, because I'm spending a lot of time on that, doing a big boss run and putting the cutscenes in there so you guys can watch the cutscenes as well. So that takes 2 separate playthroughs of the game in order to do it. So yes, people always called me Christopher Robin. My middle name is Ryan, so I got Christopher Robin all the time. Am I hoping for a new Splinter Cell game? Man, you're going to love this year, aren't you? That's all I'm going to say. Let's see, what else? Have I played any of Fallout or Elder Scrolls? So the thing is, I love open world games. I do. But they are also a genre that I hate. Because in open world games, I feel like it's just the same thing over again. It's always a fetch quest. It's always something like that. Never reinventing, never bringing the genre forward. Too many damn open world games in this day and era. It's like every game that comes out is open world. Ghost Recon, open world. No. That game should not be open world. It should be open environment, but not an open world game, because that creates so much more problems and it becomes less like Ghost Recon should be. It's like it just does not make sense to me. Now, Assassin's Creed, that makes sense in an open world format. A game like Fallout, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just not into this open world games as everyone else is. I still really enjoy those linear, like give me a few options, but don't give me a million options and then have it all be half-assed no matter whatever way I do it. I want it polished. And I feel like with open world games, they're rushed and there's always so many glitches and so many bugs. And if they would just spend more time making it more polished, then it wouldn't be as bad. But right now, open world games, I'm not into them right now. Let's see what else. Yes, I will be doing Resident Evil 4 eventually. Whenever I have the time. There's so many games, right? There's so many games we have to get into, to figure out and stuff like that. And so hopefully those games are going to keep you guys coming back because I need you. I need you more than ever. Yes, Deadshot. I want to get back into more co-op and the Splinter Cell stuff. I really, 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 really do. There's just so much going on right now, you know? And I'm trying to please as many people as I can. I'm a people pleaser, and sometimes, you know, that's really hard. Drink a little endorsement of my Diet Mountain Dew here. Got a little bit down there. A little bit on my shirt there. So I don't drink regular soda anymore. I've been going diet since, I want to say, since the beginning of this year. So I have played Superman Returns. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the fetch quests of always having to do the bots. Those things were ridiculous. But I just loved flying around Metropolis. It was fun going like Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3, going as high as you can and coming down into the city. That was just so fun back in the day. And I hope Rocksteady Studios is working on a Superman game, because if anyone can make Batman as good of a series that they did, then they can make Superman as good of a series. So I'm really hoping that that's going to be something. I will never play Quake. I'm not really a Quake guy. I mean, I'm a Doom guy because I played Doom back in 1990, you know, back in the early 90s, 93, 94. I played a lot of Doom back then, you know, it was one of my favorites. So I like the Doom series, but I never really got into the Quake series. I think I played Quake 3 a little bit when that game came out, which was fun. But I've never been into that really, really, really fast-paced first-person shooter. And why? Because I'm blind in my right eye. So imagine you trying to be competitive or trying to be good at a game, and you can't, because you can only see out of one eye, and everyone else is moving so fast that you just get no kills, and you just end up dying, and then you start to eventually hate that type of genre. And that's why I started going away from that genre and going more into stealth, because I can relax, I can think, I don't have to move quickly, and that allows me to be able to play with one eye. I still love Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite series. It's in my top 3 series of all time. I mean, it's hard to say top 3 anymore, but if in no particular order, top 5 series, no particular order, you've got Metal Gear Solid series, Splinter Cell series, Hitman series, Assassin's Creed series, and probably Thief series. I mean, there's just so many series that I love out there that's just so good. And I'm sure you'll mention one and I'll be like, oh yeah, I love that series too, you know? Well, Steven, you've got very bad taste if you still like Marilyn Manson. That's just my opinion. I'm just kidding. I do not Minecraft. I will never Minecraft. I will never, ever Minecraft. That is not me. I will never Pokemon. I will never Minecraft. Red Dead Redemption. I actually did, and I didn't finish it, of course, but I deployed, so that's probably one of the reasons why. And then my ex-wife continued it for a little bit, and then when we broke up, it stopped. So there's about 40-some videos out there of my Red Dead Redemption series. I did maybe the first 20 or so, and then my ex-wife went on and did a lot. I've already got an L.A. Noire walkthrough, and I've never heard of an L.A. Noire 2017, so Are you talking about the new Morrowind for the Elder Scrolls Online? I'm not really into the Elder Scrolls Online, so I'm probably not going to look into that, although I did love Morrowind when that came out back in the day, when I didn't have to worry about YouTube and all that other stuff. The thing is, if I just do a random Assassin's Creed video, who's going to watch? Now, I want to do the series, and I played all the way through Assassin's Creed 1 on Twitch, and I played about 3/4 through Assassin's Creed 2 on Twitch. So I do want to start putting some of those, I want to start doing a walkthrough for those games. I'm just trying to find the time of when I can do it. There's just so much, guys. There's so much. As far as I'm going to finish Witcher 3, probably not. It's just so big, it's so massive and expansive that with the way I am, I physically can't do it because of how long the game is. It's just, I wish I could. I love The Witcher 3. It's still today considered an amazing game because a lot of games that are coming out, Mass Effect, don't even compare to it. As far as what The Witcher 3 did to the open world and the RPG genre, that is going to go down as a classic forever. And I'm so excited for Cyberpunk whenever they finally get around to putting that out in the next 10 years. Hey, AJW, how you doing? Have I ever done a Lara Croft Tomb Raider? I've not done an original Lara Croft Tomb Raider walkthrough. I've done Tomb Raider 1 Remake and then of course Rise of the Tomb Raider. I've done both those walkthroughs and they're both complete. You can go check them out right now on Centerstrain01 Gaming. Ozero, I didn't know that there was a LA Noire sequel. And if that's true, then that's cool. I will definitely check that out because I did a walkthrough for LA Noire and I really enjoyed it. That was one of the games that came out when I first got my partnership on YouTube back in 2012. That's when I did the walkthrough. The game didn't come out then, but I will be doing a walkthrough, Cameron, for Detroit Becomes Human. I've done a walkthrough for, what is it called? Indigo Prophecy or Fahrenheit, depending on which country you're in. Then I did a walkthrough for Heavy Rain, and that's one of my first walkthroughs on my channel, and it's still one of my most watched walkthroughs today. Then I did a walkthrough for, but what was it called? Beyond Two Souls. So I love that style, and I love what Dave Cage does with those types of games. So yes, I will be doing a Detroit Becomes Human. I'm not going to say, obviously you guys know what my favorite Assassin's Creed game is. My favorite Assassin's Creed game is probably still to this day Revelations, with a close second and third with Assassin's Creed 2 and Black Flag. Unity, I loved Unity. A lot of people hated it. I didn't get as many glitches as people did, but I loved Unity. I still think to this day that Unity is the best looking Assassin's Creed game, even better than Syndicate. But Syndicate, they refined the controls. It was great. Love Syndicate. I love every single Assassin's Creed game. I know they get so much hate for it. I hate the fact that happens, but I love the Assassin's Creed series. Do you prefer Mafia 2 or 3 story? I'm going to say I prefer Mafia 2. And the reason I say that, I prefer the game, definitely, but I'm going to say I prefer the story even in Mafia 2, is because it felt, I don't know, it felt real to me. I was very not happy with some of the choices that they made for Mafia 3 story. The characters were great, very memorable, and the actors did a great job at it. But Mafia 2 was just that game that made you feel like you were in the Mafia. You know what I mean? Just like The Godfather, when that game came out, number 1, not number 2, when Godfather 1 came out, it really made you feel like you were in the Mafia, It was fun. Exactly. Mafia 3 felt a little empty to me. You love seeing your comments in the video. Let's see what some other ones we got here. Yeah, I was a little upset with the ending to Metal Gear Solid 5. I feel like they were rushing him out the door, so he had to finish it up, and he didn't get a chance to really, really finish his masterpiece. It was an amazing game. Best gameplay in the series overall. I mean, by far. But it just did not feel completely finished. But still an amazing game. And I'm still going to go back to it sometime because I want to do that no traces. You can't do every mission no traces, but you can do a lot of them no traces. See, here's the thing. Metal Gear is one of those series, and there's only a few different series that I could say this about me because I know me. Metal Gear is one of those series that I can play over and over and over and over and over again and not get bored with it because the story is so good, the gameplay is so good, the music is amazing. I mean, Hideo Kojima is a freaking masterpiece, or he is a magician. I mean, it's so great, and it's just one of those things I can do over and over again. I've never, unfortunately, been able to get into the Yakuza series. I want to. I'd like to. It seems like it's really fun. But I just feel like if I were to get into the Yakuza series now, that they would get no views on the channel. So you have to remember, when you're doing this for a living now, you have to lose a little focus on what you want to do and pay more attention to what you guys want. Whereas before, I played a lot of games that I wanted to play because I had the army backing me up a little bit. I didn't have to worry about money. But now that I worry about money a little bit more, I want to make sure that the stuff I put out there is something that you're going to want to watch. And that's what sucks, because sometimes you have to play something because you know, okay, well, they're gonna watch it. They're gonna want to see it, even if I maybe don't enjoy it as much, or I would way more enjoy doing something else. You know what I mean? And that's just the nature of being a YouTuber. It's like you have to remember that you have to play what is going to provide for your family, but you also have to have fun with it. So you have to find a way to make it fun. And I never play anything I don't want to play, but some things get put on the back burner because other things are doing better. And I'll just put it to you like that. What bands do I like, Tyler? I love Killswitch Engaged. I love Avenged Sevenfold, Slayer, Metallica, Lifehouse. I've got a huge range of music because I am a musician myself. So, I mean, there's so many. That's just to name a few. Three Doors Down, Matchbox 20. Oh, yeah, that would be great. Like hard-boiled type of games from the 70s. Yeah. That would actually be really cool. Yes, I want to finish the original BioShock. It's not the original BioShock, it's the remastered edition. I would like eventually to get around to doing that, yes. I will always play the new Call of Duty because it's a big major release and you have to play games that you know people are going to want to watch. So even though I'm not like as big into the Call of Duty series as I am the Metal Gear Solid series, but yes, I still enjoy them and they're good for the time that I have with them. But after that, I don't think about them the rest of the year. Of course, I'm going to watch Blade Runner. I mean, it's Blade Runner. And it got Ryan Gosling. He's so dreamy. No, but I'm excited to see Harrison Ford get back in his character. So, and I hope to God they reveal him as a replicant. I think that'd be so cool. Am I ever going to do a Let's Play for Portable Ops? That's a tough question because Portable Ops doesn't equate itself over good to a Let's Play. For one, I love quality. Right, I only want to play games that I'm able to show you guys in the highest of quality. And in Portable Ops, you cannot play that in HD. It doesn't look good or anything like that. Maybe if they can come out with a way that you can play that in perfect quality. It's just to me that game really wasn't. It was a very, very repetitive. I enjoyed the story. That was the best part. But Portable Ops, no. Now, Peace Walker, and I know there's still like those final missions I haven't done. I've completed Peace Walker, but I didn't do the final Peace Walker missions. And I got lost in, I think right after that, I started Metal Gear Solid 5. So I never was able to do that. Am I going to do more VR? Yes. Yes, I'm going to do a lot more VR because I love VR. VR is so awesome to me. It's something I can actually get into and enjoy. And I am not very good when it comes to like 3D movies and things like that because I see out of one eye. So VR, I'm so totally immersed, and I love every single minute of it. So yes, as long as there are VR games out there, I will still continue to show you guys some VR stuff. Did I get the limited edition of Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings? I don't think so. The developers gave me the season pass for Assassin's Creed Unity, so that's how I got that. I've been looking into, and I actually looked into this, SOCOM. I tried to see if you can get it to run on like the PlayStation PX2 or whatever it's called that runs on your computer. It's a possibility, but I have to do a lot more research into that because I loved the original SOCOM. SOCOM 1 and 2 were amazing and perfectly stealth too, and that's what I loved about them. Definitely, and going to be going over the Ghost Recon games, Advanced Warfighter and Advanced Warfighter 2, as well as Rainbow Six Vegas 2. I've already done a Rainbow Six Vegas 1 walkthrough, and I would like to finish that one up with Rainbow Six Vegas 2. As far as the original Rainbow Six Vegas, I don't think so, and that's only because of how old those games are, and I just feel like with today's society, it's not going to go over very well. Like, you know what I mean? Let me see. What was Kevin Button's? Any chance of doing with him? So yes, I already answered that one. Yes, I would love. Well, they're already remastering Resident Evil 2, if you remember correctly. Capcom is working on it right now, so you can definitely guarantee I will have Resident Evil 2 remastered, and probably 3 if number 2 does well and they make number 3. So I am going to be playing Spider-Man PS4. Guys, you can always rest assured that if it's a new AAA game that's coming out in the future, I am going to cover it. Okay? What does a regular day look like for me? All right, so a regular day for me is, and it depends on how late my night ended, right? So sometimes me and the wife are watching Home Improvement or trying to relax until 3, 4 in the morning or whatever, because I'm in this room all day, this room right here. And you can see it's kind of blank and not, set up. That's because I don't know if I'm going to be living here much longer, as we only got a year lease on this place, and I'm thinking about moving closer to where my unit is, so that way I don't have to drive as far. So I haven't hooked anything up. Guys, you always remember in my rooms, I always had memorabilia on the wall all over the place. So I've got 2 rooms dedicated for my gaming obsession and memorabilia collection. The other room has all of that stuff in it, but I have none of it set up. It's all just in boxes because I knew that we might possibly not stay here. I don't want to set up all the wall stuff and do all of that and just tear it down in a few months. I didn't want to have to do that. So, yeah, so that's something, just letting you guys know that. What was my favorite Splinter Cell game? Favorite Splinter Cell game is Chaos Theory. That is, of course. Home Improvement is so great, man. I've been watching that. Me and the wife, we now just finished the 2nd season, and I'd say we watch about at least 3 or 4 episodes every night. And so, to answer what you were saying about my day, I'll wake up. I try to wake up at about 11. Which is so unique for me, right? Because being in the military, I always had to wake up very, very early. So it's kind of nice and refreshing to know I don't have to wake up till 11. Although, I got to stop waking up at 11. I need to wake up at 8 or 9 because I have so much to do. And if I can do it in the early hours before it even becomes 12 o'clock, then I feel like I accomplish more and I can get more out to you. So yeah, I wish I could get up earlier, but I'll get up about 11, grab my Monster, and right there, grab my Monster, and I'll say today, okay, got up at 11, grabbed my Monster, came in here, found out my chair came in the mail, so I hooked that chair up. Then me and Why So Serious started recording Ghost Recon, or I'll start recording a game or something, or make some videos, and I'll be doing that all day. I'll be recording all day. I'll be figuring stuff out all day. I'm trying to upgrade my system, so I'm buying small things at a time. Thanks to the Patreons out there that provide all that, the money that I get monthly from them, guys. They help out so much with everything, and every bit of money that goes from the Patreons goes into what makes this happen. So without them, I wouldn't be able to do all this. Seriously, freaking honestly. So thank you to all you guys out there that are Patreons. It means so much to me that you take whatever it is that you can and that you help provide for me so that I can bring the content to you guys. So I'll record all day long, and then I'll get up every now and then to go downstairs and say hi to my wife. You got to do that every now and then. But I'll be in this room until like 11 at night, pretty much from 11 in the morning until 11 at night. I'm in this room and I'm doing something for YouTube. I do that. And then I'll go downstairs and I'll spend some good quality time with the wife, and we'll sit and we'll watch Home Improvement. We'll watch a movie. Recently, we've been going over the X-Men series because we went and watched Logan. So we was like, let's have a Wolverine marathon, and we went over every X-Men movie, and I did that pretty much throughout each night. We'd spend quality time together. And then we'd go into bed, and then we'd be laying in bed. I'd be watching YouTube on my iPad, and she'd be reading a book or, getting ready for her next cosplay and stuff like that. And then that's pretty much how I end in the nights. And if I'm working, obviously, I'll have to work early in the morning, so I'll get up early and then go on base and then do that. So thank you so much. Peace. Yeah, guys, don't forget, make sure you put notifications on. So let me show you how you can do that for some people that might not know exactly what they need to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a new browser source. Actually, not a browser source. I want to bring up a window capture. No, wrong one. Sorry, I messed that one up. All right, so window capture. Is that actually working for you guys? Do you guys see that or no? I don't know why it's doing that, why it's showing a black screen. I'm trying to just get, I might just do my display. I think maybe the display will work. OBSs seem to be messing up for some reason when I do window capture. So I'm just going to do a display. And I will do that one. Okay. So now, hi, you see that. All right. So I'm going to bring up my internet. All right. So let's bring this. Let's go to my channel. All right. So this is my channel page. Now, what you can do is, I think in the settings over here, and I'm not sure, you can set... make sure notifications and stuff like that are on. Let's see if I view this as, not as myself, but as a new visitor. Actually, a returning subscriber. I think that's what you want to do, right? So let me hit done. View this as returning subscriber. Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to go over here to my main channel page, and you want to click this bell. Of course, no need to subscribe to myself, but when you click this bell, you can make sure that notifications are on. So every single time I come out with a live stream, every single time I come out with a video, you're able to watch, or you're able to know exactly when I'm coming out with something specific. And I think it's just a way to, make sure that you're up to date on everything that I'm doing. Because I want to make sure you guys are up to date so you guys know when content is coming out and you don't miss it. There we go. All right. Oops. Okay. And now you can see that in the background. How am I going to get rid of that? I don't know how. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Okay. Because it's a black screen. All right, let's just get rid of that. Boom. I know, I'm such a noob with computers sometimes. All right, bring back up my live dashboard so I can see the chat. Okay. Let's go back to some questions. Thank you, Kavari. I appreciate it. You just got Metal Gear Solid, The Phantom Pain. Any tips? Do as many side missions early as you can, because the higher levels that you get, the higher weapons and stuff that you can create, the better it's going to be for your main missions. So try to do as many of those side ops as you can, because it definitely will make it more enjoyable. Although the side ops can get a little repetitive. What is my favorite video game character of all time? Probably either Solid Snake or Sam Fisher, for sure. How much did it cost for all the equipment to stream and record? Well, I'll tell you this. How much will it cost for you to get enough equipment to stream and record? This is assuming you already have a computer and a monitor, okay? What you're going to need, it depends. If you're console, you just need a console, because you can record, you can live stream via your console. You can live stream via Twitch on Xbox, live stream via Twitch and YouTube on PS4. If you're a console gamer, you don't need to buy anything else. Just make sure you have a console, and that's it. You don't even need a freaking computer. You could have a phone to work the stuff you need to work with on console. Just a YouTube page and a phone, and you're able to stream to YouTube and stuff like that. So very, very simple. And when it comes to PC stuff, obviously, you're going to need more. I, for one, use the Elgato HD, Elgato Pro 60 Pro, whatever you call it, which goes into your computer, into your slot. And I use that because I can use the monitor to actually play my games on. There's it's instant view, so there's no lag. It used to be when you just had the HD 60, used to be like a second delay. There's no more second delay. You can watch it on your monitor and play it at the same time. You don't have to have another screen. For computer games, I use Shadowplay, and that's only because I have an NVIDIA card. Excuse me. If you don't have an NVIDIA card, you can't use Shadowplay. So in those instances, you can use a program called Action, a program called DX Story, XSplit Gamecaster, which is a really great program to use. I use that a lot. And I use that for editing my videos. But I also use Premiere Pro whenever the videos go over 10 gigabytes, because when you record in 1440 and 4K, your videos tend to go over 10 gigabytes, and that means you have to use an actual editing program to edit them. If it's under 10 gigabytes, if you can get the video, like I might record a 40-minute video, and that'll be like around 9 gigs, which means that I can go to XSplit Gamecaster, edit the video quickly, have the video uploaded quick. I have got the fastest internet you can get, which is a gig up and a gig down from AT&T. And yeah, so it's literally the fastest you can get right now. And it's only about $70 a month for the first year. And then after that, it doesn't go up that much. So, thoughts on the Devil May Cry games? I love the Devil May Cry games. Did you know that Devil May Cry 1 was supposed to be Resident Evil 4? And then once they realized that maybe this isn't turning into Resident Evil 4, let's make it its own game. Boom, Devil May Cry. Little information for you. Do I vlog? Can I vlog? I'm not really much of a vlogger. You guys don't see my face a lot because I'm not really a faceable person. I don't really do a lot of vlogs and camera stuff. I've never been that way. But I do it here because I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to get to know you, and I want you to know that I'm genuine. And I want to be more active on the channel. So that's why I do things like this. That's why I felt to do it. I did a live stream today for Ghost Recon, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done a Q&A in a while, and I know a lot of people still have so many questions that they ask me every day, and it'd be nice to talk to some people that I haven't got a chance to talk to yet. And yeah, so I do it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you definitely should look up DSP Gaming. Because if you... I remember... me and my wife sometimes would watch DSP Gaming at night. Just if we've had a bad day, we'll sit there and we'll watch one of his games or something like that. Him messing up in Metal Gear Solid or just being an idiot because he's such a fool. And it's so fun to watch people like that sometimes. And I understand that why people like watching people like that, because it's a chance to relax and just to know that your life isn't always at its worst. You know what I mean? But yeah, he just does some dumb stuff. So. Do you think there is an Assassin's Creed game coming out this year? Yes. Is it going to... We don't know. It's going to be different. That's what we know. And I will be going to the Assassin's Creed event to see it unveiled, but I don't have any clue yet right now as to how it's going to be, but I'm looking forward to it. They're going to reinvent it somehow. They've had a few years, and I think it's going to be good. Hopefully they'll be able to keep the things we loved and fix some things we didn't. See, that's a good question, Deathbrand. Resident Evil 7 graphic style or Resident Evil 1 style? As much as I like the new style, and I really do like it, there's something about that classic Resident Evil where you look around the corner, you don't know what's coming until you get to that screen. You know, it's that feeling that... And when they remastered it for the GameCube and then they remastered it again for the PC, it was perfect. But Resident Evil 7, I love the way they did it. They brought new modern horror into Resident Evil, and it was scary as hell. I like them both, but I'd still say I prefer the classic. What is my favorite boss fight of all time? That's a tough one. Favorite boss fight of all time? Well, first of all, every single boss fight in Shadow of the Colossus is amazing. So those are some of my favorite of all time right there. Just any boss fight in that game is amazing. Thanks for coming by, Padron. Have a good one. Stay safe. But I'd have to say, boss fight-wise... I really enjoyed the boss fights in the Metal Gear Solid series. And probably my favorite of all time, and this is going to sound very corny, is probably the final boss fight in Metal Gear Solid 4. Because that was the one where they took elements of every single game and they put it into that boss fight when you're going up against Liquid. Even though it's Ocelot. But they took you back to Metal Gear Solid 1. They took you to... I mean, it was so good. It was nostalgic. You felt something for both of those characters. And a boss fight that you feel emotionally, you can't get better than that. So... Unless you're talking about favorite boss fight in a Resident Evil game, then if you're doing that, then I would have to say the boss fight probably in Resident Evil 4, the end boss battle. Or maybe the one with, what's his name? Is it Stryker? I can't remember his name. It's the guy with the damn beret where he had a pretty cool boss fight where he was like moving really fast and stuff, even though it was some quick time scenes. That was a fun one. Ever wondered why maybe that's Superman would be so it's hard, Steven, to make a game that is that could be considered really, really fun when you're a character like Superman, a character that can't be killed by normal means, right? It's hard to create an emotion that says, oh my gosh, my character can die at any time when you're invincible. So that's why games have been so hard to do, you know, Superman games, because Krauser, yeah, thank you. That's why they're so hard to do. So if anyone can do it, I think Rocksteady can do it, and hopefully they will. This is not called a DX Racer. I got an equivalent. It's actually a lot cheaper than a DX Racer, but it's a, and I can't remember the name of it, Kensel or something like that. Yes, Metal Gear Solid 3 boss fights were really great. Ocelot boss fight was really fun. The boss's fight wasn't, I'd say, is memorable. It was memorable in an emotional point, but not in an actual boss fight point. Although, now that I'm thinking of it, I have my number one winner. I would say it's a close tie, and I don't know which one to choose, but it's a close tie between the end from Metal Gear Solid 3's boss fight and the ending to Metal Gear Solid 4. So those would probably be my two favorites. RTS, I'm not really into RTSs, but if I'd have to say one of my favorite RTSs is the original StarCraft, because I played a lot of that back in the late 90s. That was probably one of my favorites. Red Dead 2, James, I'm super excited. I love the Red Dead series. I love what they do. Rockstar just is amazing at creating open worlds and giving a meaningful story inside them. They are the masters at open world, okay? Every other company that does open world video games needs to freaking study the hell out of Rockstar. They know what to do. They know how to bring people in, and they know how to keep them there. That is a game. That is a genre. Rockstar's, whatever they do, all their open world games are just freaking on point, and they're so good. Because I never thought I would, for one, finish Grand Theft Auto 5, but I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And people are still making people have channels solely based on Grand Theft Auto 5. How cool is that? To have a channel just based off of one game and make money off of it. I mean, I can barely make money off of every game, let alone one game. I got a question for you guys, okay? If there was one game that I would be allowed to put on my channel for the rest of my YouTube career, what game would it be for you? If there was, or it could be a series, we'll say series. If there was one gaming series that I could devote my channel to, what would it be? That is my question to you guys. Answer me in the comments now. Just kidding. But seriously, answer me in the comments. Do I think there will be another Splinter Cell? You'll find out in 3 months. Yeah, I bet you they do. Like a lot of You know what? Just I found every YouTube channel likes to clickbait. It's like clickbaiting is just, you got to find a reason to get people to watch the video, right? I don't clickbait. You guys know that, and I will never clickbait. Hey, what's up, Merc? I'm not a clickbaiter. You know, if you're going to come in to watch my video, it's because you wanted to come in and watch my video, not because I said something to get you into the video. You know what I mean? What is my favorite GTA game? See, that's a good one. I would probably say it's a good tie between Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So I'm seeing a lot of different things for people telling me what series they'd only want to see on the channel. Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Metal Gear. Sniper Elite is the death nail for Splinter Cell? I would say no. Sniper Elite and Splinter Cell are completely two different genres of games. Yes, they're stealth, but Sniper Elite is distance. Splinter Cell is, you didn't see me, but I was right next to you. Different. Your goal as a sniper is not to get right next to the enemy and then go by him. Your goal as a sniper is to stay back. Yeah, I would agree. I would probably say I would want to do the Metal Gear Solid series if I could do a series on my own. It'd be probably a tie between the Metal Gear Solid series and the Hitman series, because the Hitman series is something that you can continually do and just keep going. People will make good money off of the Hitman series. But Metal Gear just has something, you know, in my genes. Like I could totally dedicate my life to playing nothing but Metal Gear Solid series. I would find a way to put every challenge. I'd go have marathons like they do on Twitch. Have marathons of the Metal Gear Solid series, like play every Metal Gear game in a row for like 48 hours, you know. Well, it would take longer than that, but you know what I mean. Best Resident Evil game clearly is still Resident Evil 4. Has the biggest impact on me. Well, get your skills up there, Steve. You're gonna need them. Blacklist was fun. Far Cry 4 is in your top 5 of all time. Far Cry 4 was good, but it was the same as Far Cry 3. Far Cry 2 is a little different. I would say Far Cry 2 is probably my favorite of the Far Cry series, with a close 3 or 4 behind it, but Far Cry 2 was awesome. What is my opinion on the Metal Gear Solid 5 ending? Well, I don't want to spoil for anybody, but I could see it coming a mile away, and it didn't hold me as much as I wanted it to because there was too much drama between Konami and Kojima. And because of that drama between them, I felt that Kojima didn't get his vision completely out there. And we lost, what was it, Chapter 51? We lost, a good, potentially closing part of the story because of that. So, well, I've done a 24-hour live stream, and that was amazing. I did a 24-hour live stream when I reached 200,000 subscribers. That was last June, and it was a doozy. It was crazy. I had a lot of people in there throughout the whole time, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. We played a lot of games, and it was really enjoyable. And then right after that, I went off to E3. Yes, I'll play with you again, Steve. You whine like a little girl. Let's see here. Far Cry 3 is your favorite? Yes, the map editor. Oh, man, the map editor. I just spent so much time just making some weird-ass looking maps in Far Cry 2. It's so fun. Even in Far Cry Instincts. Yeah, because they had a map editor in there. I played a lot of that. Hold on. Let me get back up here. I was going to read one. Have you played Resident Evil 0? Yes. Gant, you can go check it out. Hey, why don't somebody be really, really cool? Actually, you know what? I will be really, really cool. Check this out. Give me 1 second, brother. And I'm going to make your day. I am going to post my playlist for Resident Evil 0, and you can take a look at that if you want. I will have it in the chat. I wonder if Nightbot will spam me for putting links in the chat. That is Resident Evil 0. So that is my playlist for Resident Evil 0. Watch it, have fun, enjoy it. Loved it. Great game. And I did that on the hardest difficulty. Thanks, O-Zeros. And I will see you later, man. Be safe. Mafia 3 was good. It just was not. It was just too many repetitive missions. Way too repetitive. Is that my wife?
Hi.
Oh, the wifey's come in. Oh, and the Nintenders.
You know I can't come in without Nintendo.
Do you want to get on maybe on this side?
Okay.
Now you guys can ask her some questions.
Ooh,
Keep them
fun.
clean. Keep them clean.
I like clean.
She's very clean, unfortunately, unlike me.
Oh, my finger's stuck.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
All right. So either you can look on that one to see whatever questions they ask.
Okay.
Guys, whatever questions you want to ask her, you can go ahead. And then I'll get back to some of your other questions here in a little bit.
What does that say? It sometimes sounds like you're vaping. What?
I'm vaping?
You know, like those electronic cigarettes? Like you're smoking an electronic cigarette?
Oh, no.
Hey, everybody. Keep it clean.
Why don't you tell them how we came to be?
What?
Yeah.
How we came to be?
How we came to be.
Well, our mothers and our fathers.
Okay, not that came to be.
Oh, you mean you and I
Yes.
together?
Yes, that'd be cool.
Okay. Well, there is a dating site called Plenty of Fish, and I found this handsome hunka right here on that app.
Where?
And talking about you, silly. And so I thought he was really cute. Started talking to him, and he told me that he was a drummer in the Army, and then he told me that he also works for YouTube, and I was like, "What? That's a thing?" So yeah. Then he showed me him playing video games, and I was like, "You mean people actually watch this?" But yeah. So, and he kind of got me into gaming, and because he knew that I loved horror. I loved the horror genre, of movies and stuff. So he started showing me some of those types of games that he was doing, and that kind of got me interested. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm interested in all games, because I'm definitely not. There are some, stealthy type games that he's really, really good at, but I just have not been able to get into.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I was already going through the divorce, and then she found me. So I got real lucky. So don't ever think that just because you find someone on an internet dating site that it can't be magical, because it can be magical. And now, that was how long ago? That was in...
Well, that was in April of 2000.
Well, that was when our first date was.
Oh, that was our first
when
date.
we went on our first date was in April of 2014.
Yeah,
so.
We saw each other on that app.
On the site for a couple of weeks.
I would say around the 1st of April. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's not into games that much at all. And there are some games that she's into that I do, which are like the Walking Dead series and the Game of Thrones Telltale series. Mm-hmm. She likes those kind of things because she's a huge Walking Dead fan. And you see the shirt she's got on right now?
And Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. She loves the Resident Evil series now, since she played it in VR, which scared her to death.
I still have nightmares.
So what are your hobbies?
Hobbies. I would say about 3 years ago got into cosplay. So, I've just started kind of learning how to sew and make costumes. Kind of got into the gory makeup like you see on The Walking Dead. Like, I've done some cosplays of that. I like, arts and crafts and reading.
What is your favorite horror film?
Oh, I have to pick one? Oh, gosh.
Or what are some of your favorite horror films?
Okay, I'm just going to say some, because I can't really just pick one, because I love them so much. Jeepers Creepers is one of my top.
You can look into there. That's
favorite.
Where the camera is. They're coming out with a new Jeepers Creepers.
That's what you've been saying, but I haven't seen anything.
They're coming out with a Jeepers Creepers 3, so I'm actually looking forward for that one.
Final Destination films? Not all of them.
I'm not so much in the Final Destination, because that stuff just that is a type of real horror. That's
what makes it so good.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's like one of the
It, because they're doing the new
remake.
It movie.
Yep, the new
gosh, love that. All Stephen King movies. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Now, Nightmare on Elm Street is my most terrifying series, because when I was a kid, my sisters, I have 2 older sisters, and they used to haunt me with Freddy. So they would like stand up from the foot of my bed in the claws and the mask and the shirt and scare me. And I was just a little teeny bitty kid, and they used to do that to me. So it implanted a thing in my head where I'm so afraid of Freddy.
Sounds like a horror film right there. They implanted something in my head.
Freddy Krueger. And it got to the point that it's my most fascinated series, meaning that I can tell you everything about Nightmare on Elm Street series. I've watched every movie like multiple times, and I've done that so that I don't get afraid anymore. So if you watch something and you know when Freddy's coming out and you know what's about to happen, then you don't fear it anymore, right? So it's like kind of like you get to know your enemy, and then they're no longer your enemy. So to me, that's how I handled my fear of Nightmare on Elm Street series, was to watch it.
Have you really handled your fear? Because
Shut your
there
mouth.
was a wreath that I made for Halloween.
Your mouth.
the year before last, that was a Freddy Krueger wreath.
Oh, really?
Had the claw coming out, like it looked like Freddy Krueger was coming through the door from the wreath. And he actually hid that from me because he was so scared, because I was scaring him with it.
She told me that she was going to, like, take the glove and all that kind of stuff and,
okay, but why did I do
scare
that?
me.
Why did I do that?
No reason. We're going to move on to the next question.
No.
We have another question. Let's move on.
Because he was scaring me. I was in the shower and he knows that, like, Psycho, you know, the old Psycho film. I've just got a thing about that. When you're in the shower, you can't really see what's out there, and, you know, you're vulnerable. And he plays on that with me. He took Nintendo one day and he put him above the shower curtain. And I mean, I'm shaving my leg. I almost chopped my kneecap off because I'm shaving, and then I happened to look up because, you know, sometimes you feel when somebody or something is there. And yeah, I was mad at him for a good month after that.
She makes it really easy. See, I don't scare her. All I do is I get up to her when she's busy doing something else, okay, like a normal person would do. I creep. I do the creep.
Yeah.
And wonder if anybody will get that one.
I don't know.
I'll just stand behind her. I won't make any noise. I won't scare her. But she happens to turn around, and I'm right there, and she gets scared. How is that
stealthy.
my fault? I'm a stealth master. I'm
knows
just
what
being
he's doing.
stealthy.
Don't.
I'm just being stealthy.
He loves scaring me. He thinks
But
it's funny.
she always comes back with, don't do that again, or I will, you know, put Freddy on or something like that, or you know, the claw thing. So.
Yeah, so he hid it from me, and scariest thing that's happened in your life? You go. What's the scariest thing that's happened to you?
I broke my neck. I was 6 years old, and me and my sisters were playing in a treehouse, and they had a teeter-totter in the treehouse. And for those of you that are really young and don't know what a teeter-totter is because you don't get out and you play too many video games, a teeter-totter is like a swing thing that goes back and forth. So one kid can be on one side, there's a middle, a fulcrum, and then another kid on the other side, and then you go up and down. That's a teeter-totter. So they had one of those in a playhouse, in a treehouse. And my sister, I had a football in my hand. I was throwing the football up and down, and my sister knocks the football out of my hand. I lose my balance on the teeter-totter, and I fall out of the treehouse, or seesaw, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we have different names for it. I break my neck, okay, and I get up and I start running. Like, at this point, I'm just losing my mind here. And then I fall to the ground and I have a seizure. And then I have to get life flighted to Columbus. I had to have surgery, and it scared, you know, my family half to death. That was probably the biggest.
Yeah. Well, that's terrifying.
Even though I've technically died twice because of my heart, like I told you guys before with the defibrillator and stuff, the scariest thing for me was that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't top that because, I mean, there was one time in a pool before I learned how to swim. I was maybe 8 years old. Yeah, because I learned how to swim later, like it was around 11. That I was at a friend's pool, and we decided to go down the slide into her pool, and neither one of us realized that when we slid into the water, it was going to be over our heads, though, because she couldn't swim either. And so, yeah, I slid down first, and it was over my head, and I kind of panicked and, you know, didn't know what to do. Luckily, she had one of those little inflatable ring things that she pushed over, and I was able, on top of me, so I was able to jump up and get into that thing. That was kind of scary, like real life scary, but I do have a ghost story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, fun. I love this stuff. When I was probably about 4, so I'm not really sure if it was possibly a dream or if it was reality, because it was so long ago, but I remember that my mom worked third shift, so my mom was not home, but I was with my dad, and he was a night owl like me, so he was out really late. He had a workshop down in the basement. He was working in that, and I was in the living room watching TV. And I don't know, I just wanted to go ask him something, so I went outside, which I wasn't supposed to do, to go find him. And at the time, I had a dog named Lady and a litter of kittens. I don't know where the litter of kittens came from, But my dog was very protective of these kittens, and they were always running into the road, and she was always chasing after them, which is what happened. I go outside, and then I'm like, oh, cute kittens, and then they run into the road. The dog chases after them. I chase after the dog when all of a sudden there's a line of hedges that separates the next house from my house, and there's no wind or anything. It's just dead still. All of a sudden, the hedges start shaking, like somebody's behind the hedges, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, or is that my friend that's behind the hedges? What is she doing up? Because she lived next door to me. And all of a sudden, there's this bright light that just comes from the sky and just kind of shines down on the hedges. And then all of a sudden, there's this little girl. Well, she looks like a little girl because she's small and everything, but she has this horrid, old, haggard face that's just so distorted and wrinkled and terrifying. And she just kind of walks out from the hedges into that light and just looks at me. And I'm so terrified, I can't scream or anything for I don't know how long. And finally, when I am able to start screaming, she jumps back into the bushes and just kind of disappears. And my dad comes out and, tells me I must have been dreaming or something. I don't know. It was really weird, but.
You never told me that.
No, I've never told you that. I've never told you many of my ghosts. I have more than one ghost story.
One of the things that I remember when I was a kid is my grandma told me that she was really, really mean to her mom one day when one of her friends was staying the night. And she had told me that when she woke up in the middle of the night that she saw the devil there in a rocking chair. And he was rocking back and forth. And he didn't say a word. He just stood at her or just stared at her, rocking back and forth. And she knew that because of the way that she treated her mom when her friend was there. And then from that moment, she never was mean to anyone ever again.
That's got to explain why your grandmother is such a lovely,
Grandma J, my dad's mom,
wonderful, beautiful person, because she's never mean to anybody.
Yes, she was.
Wow, that's pretty scary. Somebody
hey,
was asking,
Susie.
Hey, Susie. Somebody was asking what your favorite NBA team is.
Well, I don't watch a lot of basketball anymore, but my favorite NBA team used to be the Chicago Bulls back in the day when you had Scottie Pippen, you had B.J. Armstrong, you had Horace Grant, you had Bill Cartwright, Tony Kukoc. I mean, you had Michael Jordan, all of them guys. I mean, the dream team. I mean, they were just great. The 90s, man, nothing is better than 90s Bulls, I tell you. Well, thanks for coming by there, Merc.
Yeah, thanks, Merc. It's good.
Let me
stopped
see.
By. Wish you could stay longer, but we understand.
Am I afraid of the Gov watching your every move? I am not. We had this discussion earlier.
We did, yeah.
About how they've said now, hey, Stejo, they said that the government has hacked, or WikiLeaks said this, the government has hacked into all the iPhones since 2007, right? I don't care about that because I'm not doing anything illegal and I have nothing to hide. But I can understand why people feel, bad about that. But you have to remember that it's not a bad thing because there are some crazy, dumb, terrorist people in this world that do a lot of bad stuff. I think we have different opinions on that.
We do have different opinions
on this. But I think it's not good because no one should be spying on you no matter what you do or who you are. But at the same time, I feel a little safer knowing that people are watching, looking for those bad people out there, and it's not. That's just my opinion on it. Everyone is different.
Well, they're there too. I mean, I can see that. I can see your point there, but my fear is any entity having too much power. I mean, through history, we've seen how that pans out, and it's never good. So, let's see. What is the Hills Have Eyes? Yes, I've seen. There were actually two of those.
Well,
right?
No, there was the original Hills Have Eyes, and then there was
I haven't seen the original.
The remakes.
Yeah, I want to watch the original, but the remakes, I watched, and I did enjoy their, the sexual violence in that, not so much, but
I thought you were saying I did enjoy, the sexual violence.
No, not so much, not so much,
not so much. Okay.
But yeah, it was scary. I mean, like Wrong Turn. You remember Wrong Turn?
Yes.
Those
I liked Wrong Turn.
I love Wrong Turn.
That had Elijah Dushku in it.
Dushku?
Dushku.
I love the way you say that. Yeah, that was really good. It's always terrifying when you've got a bunch of crazed hillbillies after you. So
Exactly, Steve.
I've got a
That's
few in my
that's
family,
exactly
so,
how I feel
yeah.
about it. They're not necessarily. It's not like somebody is on the other end listening to every word I say. Again, it's kind of like YouTube. It's an algorithm looking for specific words, specific things that that's how I feel about it.
Somebody earlier had mentioned what is the nicest thing he or she has done for you? You go first.
The nicest thing what?
That I've done for you.
That you've done for me? The nicest thing she has done for me is probably pick up all of my Mountain Dew cans when I'm recording throughout the day, because that is very important.
I keep your space clean.
Yes, this place would not be as clean if it wasn't for her. That is for certainty. But no, as far as the nicest thing, she married me.
Aww.
A guy like me who has a crappy schedule, who sits up in this room and does YouTube all the time. She puts up with so much, and she puts up with this little guy right here. This little.
He's such a turd.
This little guy.
Not
His
Centerstrain.
name?
Well, Centerstrain is too. But
His name is Clark Kent. Our Bark Bent. I'm Bark Bent, reporter for the Daily Bugle.
he's like, no.
No, I'm Super Pup. I'm Clark Bent.
No.
That's actually that was a TV show back. It never actually aired, but it was a pilot. I can't remember what it was called, but it was making fun of the
So
Superman series back a long time ago. But he's my barber, and he usually has his Superman outfit on, but he's going all fresco right now.
Yeah.
He's showing everybody what he's working with.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, they're working. Yeah, look at it, boy.
You're crazy.
Yeah, this
Steve
guy
Joe
is
doesn't
great.
let me in his office.
You guys should. Hey, isn't your office a little bit bigger there, Susie? I think you should not let Steve Joe in your office. What do you think about that, Steve Joe?
Ooh, in your face.
In your face. But this guy's Nintendo. I've had him since 2011. He is a little Yorkie I got when I was stationed in New York when I got back from Afghanistan. And he's amazing. I love him.
But he is a crap head though because
He is.
because
he
we
likes
had
mommy
company.
more now.
Well, he loves me more, but we had company last night. They stayed the night, and he actually, I didn't get a chance to tell you this, but he urinated on their suitcases.
Really?
Yeah, he did. Luckily, they're metal suitcases, but still.
Oh, because we left him in the garage,
left him in
and
the
then we
garage.
let him out in the garage.
Yeah.
Because pollen's been really bad, so we've had to let Nintendo go use the restroom in the garage and stuff.
On the puppy pads, but he didn't use the puppy pads when he saw their nice new suitcases that smelled like other dogs. And he's like, oh, mine.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
puppy power!
No boys allowed, Susie says.
Here's my bubba.
Good for you, Susie.
Here's my bubba. Oh, get that down. Oh, who needs a wife when you got Nintendo? What? I'm sorry. That was said too much.
Wow.
I said too much.
Wow.
I went through so many ups and downs with this piece of crap, but I love him. He's a piece of crap, but in the most purest,
No, he's
beautiful
alive.
form.
Yeah, for those of you that don't like doggy kisses, well, we do. So,
I've never been a double agent.
would you actually say if you had been a double agent, though? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want people knowing that.
Maybe I'm a triple agent, and I would tell people that I'm a double agent.
Yeah.
To not let people on that I'm a triple agent, secretly a fourth agent.
Game Forever said, I've got the Resident 7, Evil 7 shirt. Where did you get yours? Because I think we got this.
We got that one in Loot Crate, right?
Yeah, I think we got this from Loot Crate.
Yeah.
I was just curious if that's where you got yours, too.
And go from all over the place.
When
Piece
in
of
your
crap.
teens was the best game ever?
In my teens, the best game ever was GoldenEye. And that's still my all-time favorite game of all time. So I go on and on about Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid, but my favorite game of all time is GoldenEye for the Nintendo. 64.
Okay.
Titty twister.
Loot Crate.
Titty
Okay,
twister.
cool. Yeah, I was just wondering if this was an exclusive from Loot Crate.
Oh, well, Susie, you missed how we met. She had explained that like about 20 minutes ago or whatever.
You
But
can give her the condensed version.
boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy follows for girl.
Aw.
Boy had no. I was in the new market to find someone, and she was in the new market to find someone. She had found me on a dating website, and that is how we met. She had messaged me, and I said, "Wow, look at this," and I was like, "Cool." So we started. I'm giving you the short version. So we started talking for a couple of weeks, and then we decided to go on a date. And
Tell them what brought us together. What was the final nail in the coffin, if you will? What was it? What was it that I said?
she likes Spaceballs.
I started quoting Spaceballs, and I guess that for
When
him was...
when she started quoting Spaceballs,
Yeah.
may the Schwartz be with ya. I mean, I was schmitten. I mean,
Schmitten kitten.
Schmitten kitten.
So what I was on our first date, the first time we met, we watched Spaceballs, and I cooked some chicken, and because he had a weigh-in for the Army coming up, so he couldn't eat anything really heavy. We just had some like skinless chicken.
Now, tell him about the second day.
No, let's not go into that. But
Tell him about the second day. No, it's not
I
normal.
just think it's cute because
She's trying to change the subject, but she, I guess, didn't know if she was going to want to have a relationship with me.
I thought he was bossy.
She thought it was bossy because I was very, very. I made it very importantly clear that I didn't want anything on my chicken because I was having my weigh-in in a couple of days, so I was very like worried about my weight and worried about this kind of stuff and going through that. So I came off, I guess, a little bit on the bossy side.
Yeah, but in
Just because I was very hungry, I hadn't eaten a lot.
In retrospect, yes, he had been basically starving himself, and not realizing how important making this weigh-in was. And also not realizing that if you didn't follow this diet to the T, if you even put like an extra grain of, I don't know, paprika on it or something, that could throw you off. So
yeah, so I called her
he's
up.
not bossy.
I called her up, and then
He was hangry. Yes, he was.
I called her up, and I said, hey, I called her the next day or whatever, and she tells me, listen, I don't think we should see each other again, and then she hangs up. She doesn't give me.
Just hang
yes,
up.
you did, because yes, you did, and she didn't give me any explanation why.
No.
So then I call her back, and I'm like, why would you just hang up? What's going on? And then we started talking, and I said, listen, I'm just very stressed out right now about my weigh-in and all that kind of stuff. And she gave me another shot. And
we had to learn how to communicate with one another because he was, obviously when you say to somebody, I don't think we should see one another, they're going to be upset. And I felt like he was yelling at me. I felt like you were yelling at me. To be honest, I was just scared.
You were scared of me, so you stayed with me out of fear?
No, I was scared of starting a new
Strain's
relationship.
getting a divorce, hashtag.
Domestic abuse. No, I think I was just scared of a new relationship, and but I got over that.
Yes, we did. Once she saw Nintendo, we had her hooked.
Exactly. I thought this was the cutest thing ever.
We had her hooked just for life.
He is known as the big boss, but let's be honest. Nintendo.
I'm the big boss of gaming. She's the big boss of the relationship.
Nintendo's the big boss of
guys. You
pooping.
have to understand that a woman is in charge. If you can't let a woman be in charge, then you're never going to be happy in life. You're never going to have great things. You're going to be miserable. So understand that without women, we're nothing. So
Steve Joe chased me for a month before I said okay. Because it is scary. You're right, Susie. It's scary starting a new relationship, especially if you've been in
when you just got out of a divorce
before,
and
we had been in a few before that didn't turn out so well, or not necessarily didn't turn out so well. It's just we didn't connect. I think with the people before.
Her Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes, it is, and Nintendo is in charge, and
He thinks he's in charge. He's a piece of a piece of crappy.
Yeah, and like oh my gosh, can't talk. Lee Rolfson said, "Never argue with a woman." That
Exactly.
is a smart man.
Although I argue all the time
He
with
does,
her.
yeah.
But see, I like arguing. Because
He gets that from his family. His family, they're a bunch of debaters. They love
I feel like when you
debating.
argue, you get to know someone on a more personal level.
Yeah.
No, I don't like fighting. I don't like
No.
that. I like very conjectural arguing of everyone having their point, me having my point, and coming together and figuring out who the person you're with is. I think you only get positive stuff from that. And with the relationships that I've been in before, she was finally the one that could like put me in my place. Okay, because I was with way younger people before, and it's finally nice to have someone my age to be able to talk about things when I grew up with. You know what I mean? So I think that's what a lot of it was.
Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario? Ooh.
I gotta go
That's
Mario.
hard.
I gotta go Mario because Mario was way before. I was super young with Mario. Now, yes, I love Sonic, but I grew up with Nintendo. So
As much as I loved all the Super Mario Brothers, I mean, played them to death. I don't know. I think that I was more Sonic, leaning more towards Sonic the Hedgehog.
it's just that Mario had a movie. It had a TV series, which was so good. It had just so much.
I love the cartoons.
Yeah, the cartoon
I
had
love
so
that.
much more of an outlet than Sonic did. Sonic was strictly gaming, where Mario exceeded just gaming, right? So, I mean, come on. When you're already playing Mario 1, 2, and 3 before Sonic even comes out, that's why, to me, it's Mario, you know?
Right. As far as Zelda goes, that wasn't an option, to be fair. So it was just.
Let's
Mario
be
and
honest.
Sonic.
It's not about Zelda. You guys say Zelda, but you forget. The Legend of Zelda is not about Zelda. It's about Link's journey to get Zelda. Okay? So you can't say Zelda. You'd have to say Link because you spend all of your time with Link, not with Zelda.
Yeah.
You only would see Zelda at the end of the game. So it's all for that. If you're going to say it'd have to be Mario, Link, or Sonic, not Zelda.
Resident Evil movies, yay or nay? Yay. Well, I wouldn't say to all
I'm
of
a
them.
yay and nay. I mean,
Not
there's
to
some
all
of them
of
are really
them.
good and some of
Yeah.
them are really bad. I liked Resident Evil 1, but I hate the fact that movies try to change so much to make them stand out more.
Yeah.
I want an exact replica from game to movie. I want to know what a visual, real, live action movie would look like, 100% accurate to what a game it's portraying. Just once. You know, taking no privilege outside, coming up with their own thing. I want to know. I want to go to the movies and see Assassin's Creed 1 exactly how it is in the game.
Which we
You know what I
didn't
mean?
get to see.
Which you didn't really get to see. They changed a lot of it up, right? I just want to see it once, just to see how. And I think the closest one that has done that is Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat. That's the closest one that stayed kind of true to its source. Doom did try to do that in a way, but not really. I mean, it had that really cool first-person shooter like minute thing in the end there, but I mean that was it.
Do you think that Hollywood does that when anytime they take a comic book movie or a game or whatever? Do you think that they do that because they feel that people would be bored if it was, word for word the same as in the game?
I think
or
they're
the comic
afraid,
book?
yes. I think either
I
that
think
or the
they're afraid
game
of-
says
yeah.
you have to separate a little bit. You have to make up your
Yeah.
own stuff in somewhat so you're not
So you're
directly
not-
copying
Yeah.
our product.
Yeah.
But I just want to know what it's like to have that exact real live action version
Right.
of that. You know what I mean? It's just something I've always wanted.
And I think a lot of people do too, because a lot of people become alienated, mainly the core audiences, when they take a favorite character and they change them so much in a movie.
Yeah,
or
like
TV
like
show.
Batman versus Superman. Zack Snyder just totally changed
Yeah.
the way Superman
The way they
is
did
from the comics.
Lex Luthor.
The way they did
in
Lex
that.
Luthor. I mean, that's just too much in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. I still like those movies, but they're not as enjoyable as I want them, they should have been.
I enjoyed Batman vs Superman.
I still have high hopes for Justice League, though.
You know, I didn't care. I didn't mind the what's the kid's name that plays Lex Luthor? I can never remember his name.
He's got a Jewish name and curly hair.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he did play that
I can't remember his
crazy
name.
card a little too close.
No, he plays the exact same character in every movie he does. The annoying, geeky kind of
What
character.
got me was the thing that he did after he would say something. You know, he would say this long, profound.
Jesse Eisenberg. That's
Jesse Eisenberg. Thank you. He'd do this long, profound speech, and then he would do this little weird thing under his breath. That was.
I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping that they reveal that Alexander Luthor was Lex Luthor's son.
That's what I read that they were doing. They're kind of backtracking because of. Oh, sorry, babe.
That he's the real Lex Luthor's son, because I think the
He's
Lex.
so different.
The Lex Luthor that we would want is the Lex Luthor, and that's not Lex Luthor. So I'm hoping. Did he eat?
He did.
Did he eat it all?
He did.
Is it empty?
It's empty.
He did, didn't he? So
Somebody's
the wife
gonna
cooked
be-
me a nice, awesome meal that I had before I started live streaming. We're up here chatting with you guys, getting to know all of you. You're getting to know all of us. And Nintendo's over there in the trash
He ate all
can
the pasta, so
eating
I
my
hope
pasta.
He's gonna be okay. Hope he doesn't get sick.
We're going to find out. Yes, I think George Clooney would make an awesome Sam Fisher. As a matter of fact, I can only see Sam Fisher as George Clooney, in my opinion. He would be Sam Fisher. I see Hugh Jackman as Snake. Or Big Boss. That's who I see in that role.
But do you think he would take on another big role like that since he's pretty much done with?
I don't know. But as far as, yes, you are correct, Stejo. My favorite Lex is also Michael Rosenbaum
Mine
from Smallville, because that's my favorite series of all time. So that's my favorite.
Have a great evening, James. Thank you.
Yep, thanks for coming, James.
Love you too.
Jim Caviezel, I don't know. I think Jim Caviezel would
can
make
pull that off.
I think he would make a really good Jesus.
He would make a good Jesus.
Would he?
I think, as a matter of fact, I think he has played Jesus.
Someone should get on that.
They really should. Like Mel Gibson, maybe? I think should.
Nice, Travis. Kept you waiting, mate. With the Hugh Jackman, because Snake says, kept you waiting, huh? And then he's Australian.
There was somebody else that asked.
They are making Metal Gear, though. They are making a Metal Gear
They
film.
are?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I love about you is you are on top of all of this. You.
Thank you.
Hello.
I wasn't expecting this.
Oh. He always is so much full of knowledge of all of the new movies that they're thinking about making or discussing making, and he knows all this stuff. Any kind of movie trivia you can throw at him, he probably knows it.
If I could do a voiceover for a character, who would it be? I wouldn't want to do a voiceover for any of my favorite characters, because then they wouldn't be my favorite characters. I don't want to be that character. I want to love that character. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see it beside me, not me. I don't want to be Big Boss, if you understand what I'm saying. I want to be there to experience Big Boss. You know what I mean? But I'm the Big Boss in this way. But as far as the character, I could see myself voicing one of those really guys. I don't have the gruffiest of voices for my favorite characters, so I would just do something, sillier, I guess. I expect everyone to die in Avengers Infinity War. My favorite TV show is Smallville, Lois and Clark. I told them about Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah, that's
Schitt's
funny.
Creek is so
That's
funny.
really
You guys
funny.
need to go see Schitt's Creek. It's on Netflix. SCHITTS. Schitt's Creek.
It's hilarious. Mine, of course, would be Game of Thrones. Favorite TV show. And
Did you see the trailer?
The Walking Dead?
today?
I did. I just watched
Did
it
you watch it?
before I came
Okay.
in here. Yeah, but I mean, they're brilliant in their marketing because they don't give anything away. I mean, of course, there are all kinds of spoilers out there.
So
on
right now,
YouTube,
the
but-
premise of this season is going to be you've got like 3 heads going against each other, right?
Mhm. That's what it looks like.
But I
for-
thought Jon Snow is with what's her name?
Well,
right
again,
now.
this is spoilery, so I don't know. If
Oh,
you
we
wanna,
don't need to get into that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Let's move on.
Let's see. What is my favorite level in Hitman? Are you talking about in the new series? In the new series, my favorite level is level 2, Sapienza. That is my favorite level. Let me see if there's any other ones that we missed.
I'm sure we missed a lot on our tangent. When we tend to go on tangents when we talk. We both do that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he was definitely the worst part of that film. Yeah, I'm not really so sure with Tom Hardy as Sam Fisher.
I love Tom Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy. He's great, but I don't see him as Sam Fisher. What? I don't see him. You don't know who Sam Fisher is. Yeah, you love
Yes,
Tom
I
Hardy.
do.
I get it. I get you love Tom Hardy. I get she loves Tom Hardy, okay? But he is not Sam Fisher. He doesn't have that rugged. He doesn't have Sam Fisher quality. You know what I mean?
Legion is messed up.
You know, I haven't seen Legion
that
yet.
either. No. And I haven't.
Well, thank you,
gotten
Lee. I appreciate it.
To see the Luke Cage series, but I hear that's really, really good. We got that on our Netflix queue.
I heard Iron Fist didn't do very good. Didn't do
Really?
very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I was gonna watch that too.
Yeah, I told them how every single night we've been pretty much like watching Home Improvement. Like
That never gets old.
those
I love Home
nostalgia.
Improvement.
I mean, it's just one of those shows that just doesn't matter how old you get, it's still really really good. Because I'm the age of those kids. We're both the ages of those kids, and it's interesting because I see myself as a kid in the early '90s, in the late '80s, and it's like almost like looking back in a time capsule, you know.
I love that. Thank you. We remind him of Lois and Clark, and that's funny because that's another one of your favorite TV shows,
Yeah.
Lois and Clark series.
Be
but-
safe, Steve. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Hopefully we'll get to playing some soon. Michael Ironside is best. He is, but I don't think he could play him in a live action film. I don't think that'd work out too well. Oh, of course we've watched Stranger Things. We loved it, man. We binged watched that crap.
Come on, October. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the second season. I think they were saying October or November is when the second season's gonna come
Are
out.
you sure this year or is it next year?
No, it was this year, 2017. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Now you're making me second guess myself.
Well, you should.
How dare you?
You should. Can I stream a complete one-sit 100% walkthrough for Skyrim Special Edition? No, that would never happen. That's one thing I can completely tell you will never happen. What series of Lois and Clark? Do you mean like what season? The Lois and Clark of the 90s with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. And my favorite season was season 2.
Yeah, on Halloween 2017. In your face. I was right.
She told me. So I like to do these more often. I think they're fun. These like answering these questions from you guys. You got to lift it up, yeah. Just to get the chance for you guys to get to know me more, for me to get to know what you guys like. I'm so honored to be able to do what it is that I do every single day for you guys. And even though I know there's not a lot of views right now, and I'm sure I'm losing a lot of people every day, I'm gaining people every day. It's a constant struggle and battle, but I do everything I do so that I can take care of this little lady right here and this little piece of crap down there, and then my angel Misty.
Yeah, she won't be on the camera, though.
She'll never be on camera.
She's a little shy. The last film that we saw at the theater together was we went with your dad to see Kong Skull Island.
Yes, we did. My dad came down about a week ago now?
About a week and a half. Yeah.
And we went and saw Kong Skull Island. We really enjoyed it.
It was good.
was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
So guess what? I am heading Monday. I'm going to go to Austin, Texas for a Prey event. And that's going to be fun. And I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to have some Prey footage for you guys soon. I haven't had a chance to play any of it yet, and I finally got invited to an event. So I'll be doing that Monday, and I can't wait for that, as that's going to be really, really exciting. So that's kind of what's coming up as far as my future for that. Roblox Let's Play. I have no idea what that is. You, the best Centerstrain. You're the only tuber I watch. Much love from Montreal, Canada. Thank you, Alex Boudry. Thank you, my friend.
Let's just kind of scroll up
All right, James, take it easy.
a little more.
How far are you up?
Oh, it went back down.
Best game story I ever played? Obviously, the Metal Gear Solid series, bar none. Metal Gear Solid series, period. Even though it's convoluted and it's crazy out there, Metal Gear Solid series followed by probably The Last of Us when it comes to story. Is winter here yet? No. But
It's coming.
it's coming.
Or so I hear.
She hears from the grapevine.
You already answered that question.
I tell you what, my thoughts on Andromeda. My thoughts on Andromeda are I love the game so far. It's great. It's a little repetitive, but as you guys said, they needed to spend more time polishing everything, and I think it was rushed. And it's only a so-so for me. It's not that mesmerizing effect that the original Mass Effect had for me. So, and that's just a little bit unfortunate.
Do you watch football?
I do. Well, sometimes. We don't have cable because we only have Cody. So we don't have cable to watch. But my favorite team is the Cleveland Browns, and they're not really a team anymore because they suck. So hopefully one year, one day, maybe in the next 10, 15, 100 years, they'll, be back up there and win one game.
Okay. How did you guys like the X-Men series?
I love the X-Men series. I wish they would have been more in the beginning. I think it was too teeny for me. But like I said earlier, when we watched Logan, we wanted to go back and watch all the other X-Men films. And yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed all of them. Even the ones that they
Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Sorry. I think that your ADD is running off on me because I just completely lost my train of thought.
Blame Fox.
So
There should be two, right? I mean, if there's two hashtags that should be used in every sentence, it's, and I'm going to cuss here, it's hashtag fuck Konami and hashtag blame Fox, right? She probably doesn't get the fuck Konami one, but
yeah, you've explained it to me. If you drop the lights, you are pointed down.
will it keep going down to the planet's core? That is a good question. You want to try it out? I got my very expensive lightsaber in the other room.
Why don't you take your lightsaber out of the other room and we'll find out.
We can try this out. Maybe I could drill a hole to your house, and we could have a sleepover.
A sleepover.
It'll be fun.
X-Men series, it's my fave, would probably be the animated one in the 90s. That one's just because,
Yeah.
it was great. Come on. Logan, we just saw Logan not too long ago, and it was
I'm still
phenomenal.
feeling the reels in that one, man.
Supergirl season, we started watching the first season. We haven't really gotten back into it, though.
That was around the time that we were
moving
and stuff like that. So, and we don't have cable anymore, so we haven't got back into it.
We just got so much that we need to watch to catch back up.
Favorite books? She reads all the time.
I read
one time we were driving home, and it was about a 8-hour trip, from family back to here and all that kind of stuff. And she had bought a book on tape, and that book on tape was what was it? The girl
on the train.
The Girl on the Train. And I'm the kind of guy that I'm a visual learner, you know what I mean? But audio is okay. Like I would rather hear a book than read a book. And that book actually got me very interested in those kind of thrillers, and it was really good.
Because if you were more of a visual person, let's be honest, you would read the book.
And what was the other one?
You're an audible learner.
What was the other one that we listened to?
Was it The Couple Next Door? I think it was The Couple Next
Was
Door.
it
It was
The Couple
another
Next
thriller
Door?
kind of like that with a twist ending. It
Yeah.
was really good. But no, I read all the time. I read, of course, comic books and any kind of dystopian theme is always good. Stephen King, horror, George R.R. Martin is the king.
She loves Game of Thrones. Let's be honest.
I love, so
she puts Game of Thrones
any
over
kind
Lord
of
of the
fantasy-
Rings. I don't look at
I
that way,
do.
but she does. So
I do. I know that I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but I don't know. This is our day and age.
exactly. You can like what you want to
Type
like. I
of
mean, you got your own opinion. Even though after
fantasy.
we're done on this live stream, you're gonna go over to my way of thinking. And during this live stream, you can think whatever you want.
Whatever.
Let me answer some of these questions. Being a vet, what is the most realistic tent shooter out there? Escape from Tarkov. And I've only got to play like 30 minutes of that, but that is the most realistic, in my opinion. I will not explain the Metal Gear Solid Timeline series for you because this would be a 40-hour live stream. What are my thoughts on Spider-Man films? My favorite series of Spider-Man films is the original with Tobey Maguire. Although I do think I'm really going to enjoy this new one with Tom, as I feel like he fits the character. I just feel that Andrew Garfield, great actor, but I didn't feel like he was Spider-Man to me because he was too cool. Spider-Man has always been the outcast, the geek, that guy, right? And when they put Andrew Garfield in there, everyone loved him. People liked him. That's not how people are supposed to like Peter Parker, but not, he's not supposed to be the cool kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt Tobey Maguire played it perfectly, and I think that Tom is going to play it perfectly as well.
He seems to. He seems like he's just got that it.
Yeah. I think as far as the actor that I would love to see in 007 next would be Tom Middleton or Ewan McGregor. Those two. Even Hugh Jackman would make a perfect 007. If Pinocchio says my nose will grow, what will happen to his nose? It will grow.
And Lord of the Rings, yes, it is awesome. I'm not saying that it's not awesome.
Are you still going on about that?
Entertained by.
Are you
Game
not
of Thrones.
entertained?
I am very entertained. Also, they wanted to know our thoughts on the It trailer. I am excited for it.
I haven't watched it yet, so
I'm excited. I mean,
to me, there's only one
so
It.
creepy.
To me, there's only one It, and that is Tim Curry. But that's just me. Was I in the U.S. Army? Yes. And am I in the U.S. Army? Yes. So I'm still in the Army. If I could play a villain, who would it be?
Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
For him.
definitely.
No, for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. J. No. She's going to show you some of her Harley Quinn skills here in just a second. But for a villain, for me, I couldn't be a villain. It's not in my blood. I can't. If you've watched any games that I play and you see the choices that I make, I do not have an evil part of me. So I could not be a villain. I couldn't do it. I have to be good in every single game I am because it's just who I am. And that's why I love Superman so much, because of what he believes in. Not because of the character he is, but for what he believes in. So now it is time for Jennifer to give us a little bit of that Harley goodness.
All right. Now you go ahead and answer some questions because I gotta look up the monologue, what it is, because it's been so long.
Okay. Which monitor I have. So I'll tell you guys this. I just bought a monitor today, and it's coming tomorrow. It is the Samsung CF791. It is a 34-inch ultra widescreen, 3440 by 1440p. Brand new on the market, quantum dot, 100 hertz. That is going to be my new monitor. But for right now, I'm rocking the original Acer XB280HK G-Sync monitor, which is a 4K, the very, very first 4K G-Sync monitor. And I have a BenQ 1080p monitor that I've had for about 7 years. And those are the two monitors I'm rocking now. But again, that's going to change into one with the new one that I just got picked up today. So I'm very excited for that, and hopefully it's going to work out well. Because I'm actually looking into starting to create some 21:9 content, which gives you more real estate. And I think that that's the future of gaming, is 21:9. Any thoughts on Justice League? I'm looking forward to Justice League. I still have high hopes for it. I think they realize the mistakes that they've made, and hopefully they will fix upon them and create a Justice League that we can love. But the fact is, they started badly, because the Justice League, you don't just have a Justice League. They didn't need to catch up to Marvel. Okay. You didn't need to do that. All you had to do was create your universe. One Superman movie, one Batman movie, one Flash movie, one Wonder Woman movie. Get everybody loving your character that you're creating, then bring them together. And unfortunately, they're just bringing them together after just Superman and Batman and a little bit of Wonder Woman. So they're kind of rushing it. And you guys know me, I don't like to rush things. And I feel like this is being rushed. So I don't know. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but I guess we're going to have to see. What do I do in the Army? I am a drummer for the United States Army. So I play the drums, and I'm awesome at it, and I love it. It's what I love to do. Music is my passion. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the one and only
Oh, you're going to make me do it now. Okay.
Harley Quinn, Zell. Here, get really close so you can really get
There's
in there
one, my favorite scene from Batman the Animated Series is when Harley's talking to Batman, and she's talking about how smart she is. Okay. And here you thought I was just another blonde bimbo. Well, the joke's on you. I'm not even a real blonde. And that's it.
And a hush falls over the crowd.
Are you proud?
You don't understand the things that flow through my body when she becomes Harley Quinn. Because who am I to you?
Mr. J. You're my puddin'.
That's right. Because my last name is Jesse.
Yeah.
So I am Mr. J.
So, I mean, that in and of itself was the whole reason I married you, because you really are Mr. J.
I think there's a few other reasons.
Yeah, well.
I'm a tripod.
A tripod. My parents didn't know what that meant.
No, they didn't. It was such a great joke last night.
We were playing Loaded Questions. It's like one of those party board games. My parents were over here with my pop's brother and his wife. And we were playing Loaded Questions, and that was one of the answers that he wrote down. And I mean, immediately when Pop read it out loud, I knew it was him that said that. But it just kind of went over because everybody else was, 65.
Well, we always like to
over.
make the joke because her parents are a little bit older. So every single time they'd come over and want to play board games, I would say, "So you guys want to play Queef?" Because there's a game. There's a game called Quelf. Okay, Quelf
You're
is
supposed to keep it clean.
Quelf is an actual game. So I would always tell them, guys, when are we gonna play Queef again? I would love for all of us to play Queef. And I don't know how many of you out there are gonna know what Queef is, but this is getting a little mature.
Oh my gosh. Where would you and your channel like to be in 5 years' time? That's a really good question.
I would like to be right here, smiling and laughing with all of you like I am right now. That's where I want to be. Do we watch The Walking Dead? She does. She loves The Walking Dead.
Read all the comic books. Watched the show.
Has Like a Glove made its way into your dirty bedroom talk? No, it hasn't. I try to keep the YouTube side of me here because it doesn't help me score with the chicks out there. It doesn't help me score with the chicks out there. So I gotta keep it in here. Like a glove.
Oh God.
Could you imagine? Like a glove. Nah, it just doesn't have that same feel.
Yeah.
What's Tina doing?
What are you? Get out of there.
He's still in the trash can.
Boy.
We're bad parents. Are there any YouTube channels that I enjoy watching? Yes. Susie, obviously, Stejo, they are good peeps. Dan Q8000, I'll see him again this next couple of days because he's going to be at the event with me. He's a good friend of mine. And then some smaller channels like Knight and obviously Steven Renaissance. I like the people that do it because they just love what they do. They don't do it for money. Obviously, people do it for money because you need to support yourself. That's a given. But they don't push it down your throat. They show love and appreciation. They're there to learn about themselves, other cultures, and meeting people from all over the world. And that's why I do it, and I love it. And she can tell you, I stress and I worry a lot about providing for this family, money-wise, saving money as much as possible, making sure that if we have a bad month on YouTube, that we are going to be able to make it. Because it's not It's not an easy thing to get into, guys. It's not easy. So when you see those ads, when you see, sponsored stuff like I did
The 1-Up box.
the 1-Up box, right? When you see that stuff, I'm not doing it because I want to piss you off. Okay, I'm doing it because bye Stejo, bye
Yay,
Susie.
Blade! Yay, fun.
I'm doing it. Yes, have fun with that. Wesley Snipes is gonna kick some ass. I do it because I just want to make sure that me and my wife and my family can be taken care of. That's it. I'm perfectly 100% fine with just making it. I don't need to be one of those YouTubers that gets hundreds of thousands of views and makes $25,000 a month. Yeah, granted, everyone would want that, but it doesn't mean that's not me. I want to make enough to be able to continually do it and support my family. That's it.
Good night, Susie, Stejo.
Good night, brother. It is one of the hardest jobs. It really, really is. And yes, I do it for a living. What I do for a living is right here. I still am in the Army, but that is not an everyday thing anymore. So this is what I do. So I can't stress enough, guys, to make sure you click that bell on my channel page and make sure your notifications are turned on for when I live stream. Come in and say hello, even if you know it's a live stream or a game you don't want to see. At least come in and say hello. Let me know you're there, and then let me know how your day is and stuff like that, because, I care about that. So,
Yeah.
would I fight a war for Trump? I fight a war for freedom in America. I don't fight for a specific person. So no, I would not fight for Trump. If I was going to be in war, I would fight so that you or anyone in any country can be free. That's what I would fight for. But I'm in the Army not to fight. I'm in the Army to motivate, to spiritually guide, to help, to raise people's morale. That's why I am a musician in the military. That's why I like to play music. That is my fighting. Okay.
Somebody asked earlier, before you move on, what is the hardest song you've ever had to learn to play? I guess on the drums, or I guess it could be on any instrument really, but you are a drummer, so.
The hardest song I've ever had to learn to play was Dave Weckl' Funk. It's a 1980s funk song, and I did it for one of my auditions, drumming auditions. That would probably be the hardest drum song I've ever learned.
Was that Thunder?
That was Thunder. Yeah. I don't know why my computer keeps...
Why it keeps blinking on and off. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the storm.
I don't know. It could
why
be.
wouldn't this one?
Exactly. It's like, why is that monitor doing it and that one's not? I don't know. That's weird. All right, let's bring up some more. Hello from Australia, from
That's
Melbourne.
so cool. It blows my mind that you have people talking to you from all over the world like that.
I know,
That
and that's
people
why this is
actually
so great.
on the other side of the world actually care about you. That's cool. Yeah.
And I care about you so much. Let me tell you how much. So much. So much. I'm just kidding. Where do I live? I live at this exact address. Ready? Write it down. Here it is. I will never tell you. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that dumb.
Hello from Ontario. Hello. Excuse me.
Metallica or Megadeth? How about Megallica? Why can't I be Megallica? Why?
You can be Megallica. You
Why
can be
do I have
whatever
to
you
be
want.
Metallica or Megadeth? Why can't I be Megallica? I love both of them, but I would still probably lean more towards Metallica. But I like Megallica.
Hello from Mexico. Hello.
From
Hello.
Mexico? Tú eres mi vida, tú eres mi mundo, tú eres mi Mexico.
That was really sexy. Huh.
Thank you.
You try. Oh. Okay, that was not.
No, not doing anything for you. We lost it. We had a moment. We lost it.
Oh.
Sepultura. That sounds so wrong. Let's see what else here. I want to live in Canada. Why would you want to do that? I'm
Because
just kidding.
It's beautiful up
Canada's
there.
awesome, actually. I've been there a few times when I was stationed in Fort Drum.
It's a little too cold for me. I like it much further south, but
I never
it's
watch.
beautiful.
I never watch Martin Shkreli. He's a dumbass. I never watch him. He's stupid.
Nor have I.
Hello from Bosnia.
Hello.
Hello from Boston, where you park cars and play with marbles.
No. You got to park the car around the corner.
Park the car
put a quarter in
around the
meter.
corner, put a quarter in the meter. And it was so great because when your family came down yesterday, they
I
had
have family from New Hampshire.
they had that
so
big,
they had that
New
hard-
England accent,
Yeah,
you know.
and I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Yes, I've been to Fort Sill. I went to basic training at Fort Sill. You are from Canada. I'm so sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Canada's awesome. Terrence and Philip are from Canada.
Terrence and Philip.
Terrence and Philip? They're from Terrence and Philip?
Northern Virginia, Michigan.
Hello from Michigan. All right, if you're from Michigan, screw you, because I'm a high state all the way. So sorry, but if you're a Michigan fan in football, college football, we've got problems. But for the sake of, I love all you guys. You're from Michigan. I can overlook it because that's the kind of guy I am. Okay?
It's not a Michigan accent.
I don't know. I'm trying.
You don't know enough people from Michigan, obviously.
You're from Nevada, huh? You got Las Vegas. That's cool. We don't have Las
And
Vegas.
Reno 911.
Puerto Rico, my eye devotion, let it sink back in the ocean. That's from West Side Story, sorry. I love state.
What is the game that has most disappointed you? Was one of the questions.
The game that has most disappointed me? I'm going to say recently, because it would take me a while to think of the game that's most disappointed me for all time. But recently, the game that has most disappointed me is Ghost Recon. Because it could have been so much. It's supposed to be so much. It's Ghost Recon. You don't with Ghost Recon. And it just doesn't feel like Ghost Recon. Hello there, Kurodot.
Good day from Sydney. Good day, mate.
Why don't you play Cards Against Humanity? I did that, remember? We did Cards Against Humanity a few times in a couple of live streams from
We
years
should do
ago.
that again. I love Cards Against. We don't ever get to play because it's just the two of us. So why would we?
Well, you can play online.
Well, let's
Like
do
they've got a Cards Against Humanity thing online, and I did that in a couple of live streams like a few years
we
ago.
should plan another one where you can include your wife, since you know.
I don't
you
like to include my wife in a lot of things. Some things I like to do
Well, the wife has spoken, and you should include her.
solo.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Mass Effect is pretty disappointing, but still, I would have to say that Ghost Recon has just underwhelmed me. It's still good, but it's just not Ghost Recon. I don't know when I'm doing my Dishonored 2 because I have so many things planned, so I just don't know when. Am I planning to do another 24-hour live stream? Possibly when I would get to 300,000 subscribers, but I wouldn't do it until I get there, and we're probably at least 2 or 3 years away from there. So, oh, were you playing when we did my last Cards Against Humanity Dead Frost Man? Those fun times. Had by all.
Because if you do too many of those 24-hour live streams, then they sort of lose their
Yeah, you don't want to do too many of them.
yeah.
Far Cry
importance.
Primal, I liked it. I actually really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Me too. Friday the 13th game. Waiting.
Devin, I'm not really sure how to answer that. So I'm not even going to say it. You should probably go speak to someone with maybe a chaplain of some sort or something like that if you're feeling down. Nightbot was singing Adele. Hello. I was going to start doing is it me you're looking for? But that's the wrong hello.
Yeah, it is.
I prefer Future Soldier over Wildlands. I know I might get flack for that, but I do. 24 hours is a lot.
It's a lot on him. I mean,
Yeah.
it puts so much stress on his body. You know, he doesn't eat properly. So it needs to be something that
You do it once in a
exactly
while, a long
that
time.
marks a big milestone.
A big milestone, yeah.
I was singing hello.
No Man's Sky. Yes, you could say I was very disappointed with No Man's Sky. But I'm talking about the newest game right now. I would say No Man's Sky is probably the number one because I'm a huge space buff. And I had some very, very deep aspirations for No Man's Sky. And then when it ended up being what it was, I was torn apart. What's my favorite video game sound effect? It's not a video game sound effect, but it's just a sound effect in general. And that's the classic Wilhelm scream. That is my favorite. And you can see that in so many movies nowadays. Do I play Rainbow Six? I haven't played it in a while. I still got it, and I don't know why I stopped playing it, but there's just so many things that I try to do, and I can't get to do everything.
And the next question is about the Walking Dead game. You just did those.
Yes. I just did episode 2 and episode 3 for season 3, so I'm all caught up. You can check those out right now on the channel.
I highly recommend. Highly.
Oh, you sent a photo, Lee. Okay, let's check it out. I would love to see your little dog. Oh, is that a Shih Tzu?
I think that's a Shih Tzu.
Oh, it looks like
That
Bella
looks
and
like
Angel.
Bella.
Yeah.
His mom has a dog that looks just like your dog. Oh my gosh. And she's such a sweetheart.
That is great.
You know, God forbid if and when anything happens to Nintendo, which I don't want to think about that. But if it does, then we will probably get a Shih Tzu.
Either that or another Yorkie.
Or another Yorkie. Something that's,
She can't, with her allergies, she can't have a dog that sheds.
I can't unfortunately ever have
so we got to go
German Shepherd
small
or a boxer because I'm just so deathly allergic. But yeah, he's really cute, or she's really cute. Was it a he or she?
Let's
Excited
see.
for Outlast 2.
Yes. Killzone what when it compared to Zero Dawn? I mean, it's an amazing game. I hope to see more Horizon in the future. Where's Nintendo? Oh, he's under there.
He's asleep.
Hey, so baby boy. Oh, hey, baby boy. Hey, baby boy. He coming up to daddy?
Hi, baby.
He coming up to daddy? Oh, he coming up to daddy. He wanted some of that.
What do you make of Kojima's Death Stranding?
I'm looking forward to it. So much. Oh, I love
Thank
it.
you, James.
Thank you, James.
That's sweet.
That's sweet. What did he say?
That I have beautiful hair.
Oh, watch it.
No.
I barely got a hold of this one.
Oh.
Hey, my boy. Your stealth fields helped me out a lot. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could help you out, Game Asia. I think there'll be DLC. Yes, I'm sure there will be. You buy the expensive dog food? Well, we have to get the dog food that...
we get IAMs.
IAMs, but we do get specific cat food, which is tailored for
our cat, because she has urinary tract
infection
problems.
a lot. So
that's
you
very
want to hold
expensive.
him, hun?
Not really.
But he's your baby boy. All right, what games am I most
Excited
anticipating?
to be Norman Reedus? Yeah. That is one game that I really want to do. It's got Norman Reedus in it. That's not the only reason. It looks really good.
Women. Favorite drummer? Neil Peart. Duh. Let's see. Your stealth fields help me out a lot. I'm playing for Ubisoft. Goes back to the roots that made Assassin's Creed amazing. I am hoping as well, Gayton. I am hoping as well. Favorite drummer? I already told you. I almost forgot. My ADD gets me some. Okay. Most anticipated games this year at E3. God of War. Very looking forward to that. Very much. Obviously, this when they announced Splinter Cell, you know it's coming, guys. Let's see what else. When they announced Assassin's Creed, I'm excited to see what it's going to be back into. They're moving Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully, we're going to see some more of that. No, Horizon will never be in 1080 60 frames because Horizon is only in 1080 30. They capped it at 30, so you can't go higher than 30 in Horizon. What do I think of the Nintendo system? I'm not a fan. That's just not me. I don't like Nintendo the way they treat YouTubers. I'm not. I like old Nintendo, not new Nintendo. I actually said your name right. I am glad I did. Have I played Tomb Raider? Yes, I've done the 2 remake Tomb Raider walkthroughs, so you can see those on the channel. Do you expect to see The Last of Us at E3? Yes, it'll be there. And Days Gone By, I'm sure. Or Days Gone. That will definitely be at E3. Last of Us is probably still at least 2 years out, so don't expect to see a lot, maybe just another trailer. Favorite bands, I mentioned that before, but Killswitch Engage, Avenged Sevenfold, Rush, obviously, Dream Theater, Matchbox 20, I love it all. Lifehouse. What is Mrs. Strain's favorite bands?
Oh, well, we actually have a lot of those in common as far as music goes. I would say probably Breaking Benjamin.
Tool's good too.
Yes, Tool, A Perfect Circle, Audio Slave. I'm mostly into the more rock, but I don't care for death metal or just the screaming.
See, she's been getting annoyed.
Screaming is good.
She's been getting annoyed at me lately because in when we're in bed and I'm watching YouTube, I'll listen to a lot of death metal songs, and I don't listen to death metal because I like death metal.
But he likes the drums.
I like the drums of death metal because they're super fast, and I can learn some techniques on getting faster and things like that from death metal drummers. So I like listening to that. And plus they have a lot of melodic guitars, and I love melodic guitars.
Yeah. As far as country music goes, I like some old school country, but I'm not a fan of today's country because it all sounds the same, kind of like pop music all sounds the same.
Kind of turn into pop. As far as dance,
that's just my opinion.
As far as Dance of the Eternity, I know about maybe the first 2 minutes, but I've never sat down and learned it. But it is one of Dream Theater's best, of course. Let's see. Yep, really hyped for The Last of Us 2. What's comparable franchise do you think will challenge? What? Did I read that right? What comparable franchise do you think will challenge Overwatch? I'm not really sure because I don't really play much Overwatch, so I couldn't tell you. Obviously, what was the one that 2K came out with? Battleborn didn't really challenge Overwatch at all. Do I like Fallout 4? I'm yay and nay. I'm just not a fan into the open world games unless it's like Grand Theft Auto. They do them really well. Rockstar just knows open world. Why don't I make my own song as an intro for your video? I've just never really got into that. I know where to begin, I'm such a simpleton when it comes to a lot of things. So, what would I like to see from The Last of Us 2? Well, I would like to see that conflict between Joel, between them both because of what happened in the previous one. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing how they're going to play that out. I think it could be possibly in the end that they become enemies. And I think that would be something very, very unique. If there was a YouTube version of Dancing with the Stars, would you compete?
He could. He's a great dancer.
I might be a great dancer, but I wouldn't do that because I'm not in it for fame. I'm in it for getting to know people. So I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you are a really good dancer. I'm not.
I am looking forward to another Tomb Raider. I've enjoyed the Tomb Raider series, and now they're remaking a new movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with it. So, the era that I prefer military shooters would be in this era right here, in the current military. That's the military shooters I prefer the most. World War II, I like it. World War I was great, but I don't like the future as much as I like just the present. Write a riff in 7/8 time. Let's see. Boom cha doom down cha boom cha doom bang doom down boom cha boom cha. There's a riff for you.
That was really good.
In 7/8.
It's really
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. Sorry. See. Don't tell me to do something like that. My ADD is going to go crazy.
Yeah, he's going to start drumming on everything.
Everything. All right. Tell you to go to bed. Don't go to bed. Stay with me. I need you. I'm just kidding. Go to bed.
Will you be going to see the Gears of War movie?
There's the Gears of War movie.
Apparently,
First time
yeah.
I've heard about it.
I don't know.
But I would see it, yeah, because I love the Gears of War. How am I so stealthy? Did it take time for you to develop this technique? Yes, you just cannot be stealthy, and it's not a technique. Stealth is learned from trial and error. So it's about going in, finding out how the enemies behave, learning the AI, learning their routes. That is what stealth is. You can't just go in and be stealthy. You can't do it. You can only get so far, but eventually your luck's going to run out without, you're not a professional ghost, so you have to think about it like that. You can't just go in and do it. You can go in and be an action gamer because it's just going in from one checkpoint to the other, but stealth is different, and that's why I love it. Where do I live? Turn around, face north. Now, when you're facing north, look up and a little to the east, right there. It's 12 p.m. in Australia, so it's Friday, right? So right now in your time, I should have my new monitor. So I wish I could fast forward. What?
Spider-Man or Hulk?
Spider-Man, of course. I always identified with Spider-Man because I was a geek.
Hulk smasher Spider-Man.
She's the Hulk. Mm-hmm. I'm the Spider-Man. If 3 AAA titles are released on a random Monday, how many hours of sleep per night would you get that week? 0. Which game series would you like to see take a more stealthy approach? A game series that is not stealthy, take a stealthy approach. That's tough. I would like to see Grand Theft Auto take a stealthy approach. Some missions you can, but I would like to see more. Whoa, Victor's here. We're still live, Vic. Welcome. I'm glad I could help you, Game Asia. Superman or Batman? Question
Batman.
of the year. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
Batman.
I got to really think about this one here. I got to really, really come to some type of conclusion.
Way to pick out the
Superman
one
or
topic
Batman?
of contention in our household.
Superman or Batman? I have no clue. Hun, who should I pick? Nintendo?
You should definitely pick this guy right here.
That guy?
Yeah.
But he looks really boring.
No, he's not boring. He's got wonderful toys.
He's just rich. Superman has heart.
And Batman doesn't have heart. Like he doesn't care about his city.
Superman cares about the world.
So does Batman. It's just that, you got to start from somewhere. Might as well start at home.
Superman started from Kansas.
Oh, God.
And he decided to travel. Batman's just like, if it's not in Gotham, it's not my thing. How do you like that?
No, that's not true. It's just
How
that
do you like your
Batman
hero now?
doesn't have as many resources as Superman.
Oh, really? But Batman's rich.
Yeah, he's rich, but he can't fly.
What does resources have to do with that?
Well, Superman has X-ray vision. He
Is that a
can
resource?
fly. He has superhuman strength.
Is that a resource?
Yeah,
Is it a resource?
it is a resource. Oh my God.
Resource.
Moving on.
Resource? I just like messing with her. Yeah, exactly. Strain is right. Thank you. That's all that needs to be said. Tim, you'd go with Batman. Well, I'm gonna have to time you. I'm gonna have to time you out for a few minutes. Just a second here. Hold on. I got to time out Tim here.
with me.
Tim,
You go on me. Go on me.
put user in timeout. Tim, you are now in timeout.
Did you really put him in?
I put. Oops, I put the wrong person. I'm sorry. I put Shadow in timeout. I'm sorry, wrong person. Wrong person. I'm sorry about that. There you go. Tim, now you're in timeout for liking Batman. And this is my channel, and you'll like who I tell you to like. Okay, how do you take it back off? I think you'll be able to talk again in a few minutes. So give it a few minutes. Sorry, I don't know how to take it off. It's only for
Why
like
did
six.
you do that?
It's only for 30 seconds, 300 seconds.
300 seconds.
That's it. You'll be back in no time. Oh, GOW. What are you doing? Do you want to be banned?
Don't do
I'm not going to ban you. I'm just kidding.
We can't take
He's
it
king. That's right.
Yeah.
I can't take it off either. It's not letting me. That's why I'm not the one modding. Green Arrow's cool. Though I do actually prefer the Smallville Green Arrow. And I know a lot of people might disagree, but
You monster.
Smallville is my channel. I mean my
Is your channel.
my thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's my favorite stealth game? Stealth game, Metal Gear Solid 3. Favorite stealth game. Because there's just so much to see, so much to do. Good day to you, sir. Good day.
I said good day.
I said good day. Do I watch Arrow? We used to watch it a lot, but we haven't watched it lately.
Yeah.
We don't have cable anymore, and I'm up here all the time,
Yeah.
so we don't watch a lot of things as much as I'd like
Our
to.
moods come and go with what we want
If
to
I can
watch.
make a little bit more on YouTube, then I would feel less constricted of being up in this room all the time. But until I can get the channel back up to where it needs to be, I've got to focus on this. What are your favorite games? She's not really a gamer, but
The Walking Dead. Game
she
of
loves the
Thrones, anything from the
Telltale series. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're doing the Guardians of the Galaxy from Telltale.
Yes, I told you that.
Announced today.
I was
Well, the video came out today. What's your favorite Assassin's Creed game? Revelations is my favorite. I know a lot of people are like, why? But I love the Hook Blade. I love the story of the older Ezio. And it's the one where he finally finds a relationship. And I loved the Constantinople setting and the going back to Altair's time period. That kind of a mixture of both was really cool. Am I hyped for Metal Gear Survive? Tinda, are we hyped for Metal Gear Survive? No. We're not hyped for Metal Gear Survive. I don't give a crap about that. It's not Metal Gear. What would you like to see made into a Telltale series of games?
Ooh.
Superman.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
I would like to see a Superman one.
I concur. I think that
God
would
of
be really
War
cool.
over Devil May Cry. What's my favorite Call of Duty? Modern Warfare 2. I'd say Modern Warfare 2.
One or two. One or two. Two or
One or two. One or two.
Two or one.
You don't even know what
I
Modern
feel like
Warfare
an
is.
optometrist. One or two. Two or one.
I feel like Mike Myers in Wayne's World. Camera one, camera two. Camera one, camera two. Facts. I prefer fiction.
The Flash Telltale would be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You could
I
have
would
a
watch
good
that.
Flash one. Who is my favorite mod? Well, there's this one guy named Vic. I don't know. He's been around the longest out of all my mods, but
He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
he's okay. He's a little weird.
I like
but
him.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really pick
Ooh,
one.
that's a good one. Do you like sometimes going on a killing spree in games?
When a game pisses me off, yes. But just out of nowhere going on a killing spree, no. Because that's not who I am. Even in game form, I don't open up that like that. You know, Kimmy's here. Kimmy. Justice League movie or new Superman movie?
Well, I'm going to say Justice League just because I need to be loyal to DC. But I haven't seen either one, so I really can't be a judge as to which
or
is
new
going to
Spider-Man movie. Oh, okay.
is good. Did I say Superman?
I said Superman accidentally. It's Spider-Man. I'm looking forward
I look
more.
forward to both.
I look forward to both, but I'm more looking forward to the new Spider-Man because I feel like what they're going to do with that is going to be...
Because it's Marvel and you know it's going to be good.
And you know it's going to be good. Where Justice League, I just feel like, oh, what's it going to be? I
I'm
have high
scared for
hopes,
Justice League,
but I'm
I
scared.
want it to be
Exactly.
good.
I'm scared. What's my least favorite Splinter Cell game? Double Agent for 360. Have you watched Iron Fist? No, I have not. and I probably won't.
Why? Because you read the reviews weren't that good?
I don't have time to watch a lot of shows. I've already got all these other games to play. I don't have time to watch all these other shows. I mean, I hate saying I'm going to watch something and then no, I'm never going to watch it, you know? You love your daddy? Look at him right in the eye and tell him you love him. Give him a kiss. Oh, he gave him a kiss. He gave him a kiss.
Love.
All right, a Hulk movie, or is that in the new Thor movie? So, Thor, yes, the new Thor movie is going to have Hulk in it. Do I like Kingdom Hearts? I never got into Kingdom Hearts. Never really got into it, but I know the series is well acclaimed, so I know it's a good series, but I never got into it. Bread or toast? Well, since bread is toast and toast is bread.
Yeah, but no, I like the crunch.
Yes, if you're gonna go toasted or not toasted, then I would go toasted.
Yeah.
You can't believe you got.
Tim,
I know,
listen,
Tim.
Tim,
I can't believe you got blocked out for liking Batman.
Oh my God. Tim, hey, I'm with you, buddy. I'm so sorry.
It's only because I love you. It's only for 300 seconds.
You're gonna piss somebody off.
I just like having fun, guys. I don't get to have this type of fun with all of you. It's always serious when you do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun to loosen up and just have a little fun. Yes, I did watch Logan. But we didn't. I've never seen Loga, and I've never seen Logab either. So I don't know. Loga, is that like was that the French version, and then Logab was the Spanish version?
Will you do more?
I don't know if I'm going to do more For Honor multiplayer. It's just that not a lot of people are. That ship has sailed, so I don't know if a lot of people would watch that. You know, I've got to do things that I know is going to keep me surviving and going. Just send another photo of Louis. Let's take a look at another one of Louis. Aww. He's so cute with his short hair.
And he's got spots too.
Yeah.
Adorable.
That's great. And I'll show you guys here. Hold on just a second.
I think Nintendo sees Louis and he's like, oh, a dog.
Let me bring this up real quick. Display.
Nintendo does this really cute thing, especially with the old Amazon commercial, where it has the
Oops.
I think it's a Shetland pony in it. And go on, baby.
There he is. That's the little guy. Name is Louis.
He's so cute.
Louis. That's a cutie.
And he's got a new haircut too.
He's a cutie patootie.
Styling.
Styling Louis.
Tell him about Nintendo, how he is with whatever he sees on television, animals on television.
So when we got our new TV, we had to push it back on the stand. Sorry, I ate before I did the live stream. Okay, it's got to come up sometime. But we had to push the TV. We had to push the TV back because what he does when he sees another animal or something on screen, he thinks that they're really there and it's playtime. So he will rush to the TV and he'll throw his nose in the TV like he's trying to get the dog or the horse or the animal's attention. And he has his favorite commercial. It's an Amazon commercial. Mm-hmm. And every time he sees it, you want to try it?
Can you find it on Twitter?
You think we might be able to try it? Find it on.
Can you find the one that was on Twitter, or do you want to try?
We can find it on YouTube.
Did we put the Amazon one on YouTube?
What is Did you put it on Twitter?
I put it on Twitter. Yeah, just a little snippet.
You put a little snippet of it?
Yeah, but it was a long time. It was like probably back in March.
Let me go to your channel. Let me see. Back. It should be in your media. Can you go grab Nintendo?
Why? Oh.
Because we're going to see if he starts to go crazy for it. You said it was back in March?
I think so.
Are you sure? Of this year? Because this is March.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Of last year.
Okay, I was going to say. Oh, here, I'll show you guys this.
Yeah,
this is Bella. This is Bella, Bella is my mom's Shih Tzu, and I'll show you.
She doesn't have the spots like Louie does, but their faces look similar.
So there's Nintendo, my Baba,
Bao.
and there's Bao Bao.
That was around Christmas time when we were at his mom's.
So let's see if. Oh. Oh. She's crazy. Hold on. I was gonna have my beard, man.
Oh god.
I gotta see that one more time. I just love that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta hold on. Let me see if they're seeing this correctly. Are you guys seeing that? You should be seeing that, right? Okay. Let's keep going until we can find it. Oh wait, this is
It's gonna be last year.
You like my new lipstick? It's called Out of This World by Katy Perry.
That's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Microsoft made this for me. They
Yeah.
did a great job. So they took a picture that I sent them, and they made me into a zombie for Dead Rising 4.
Great shopping today. Got some gloves. Got some really great gloves and Sears. My sale for half price. It's crazy.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm out here Black Friday shopping, getting some sales, some super great deals.
Can you guys hear that? Let me make sure you can.
Scarves.
Oh, you can't even hear that.
I got some super great gloves on Sears yesterday. Half price.
Way to go.
And I
Hold
was
on.
thinking, you know, my hands are warm, but my neck is cold.
Let me make it to
So
where
I
you can
said,
hear it.
You know what would make my neck not so cold? Would be some super sweet
Scarves, and sure enough, Kingmark's had them on sale for half price.
All right, I'll let you listen to this.
Went Black Friday shopping today. Got some gloves. Got some really great gloves at Sears. My sale for half price. It's crazy.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm out here Black Friday shopping, getting some sales, some super great deals on some sweet scarves. So I got some super great gloves on Sears yesterday, half price. And I was thinking, you know, my hands are warm, but my neck is cold. So I said, you know what would make my neck not so cold would be some super sweet scarves. And sure enough, Kingmark's had them on sale for half price.
Oh god.
I'm a little deep but short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
God. Weirdo.
Oh, we are weird, aren't we?
You killed my mom, you dirty bastard.
Tando.
I did.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
Euphigenia Doubtfire here. Did you check the mail today, dear? Because I found these nuts. Got
Do I have just the best wife ever? It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, day. Oh. We're still trying to. Oh, is this Misty? Oh, it's
Baby?
my baby.
What is this?
So I was trying to blow up the
It's just an
ball.
exercise ball.
Oh, it's
scared.
Nintendo's old toy.
It's just
Honey.
a fart noise making
All right, moving
exercise
along,
ball.
moving along.
I take a picture.
Chico, who is that?
Hold on, I gotta get this to where they can.
His heart is beating so fast. He sees another dog on there.
Let's shrink this down a little bit so that way they can see him and.
Yeah. What is? Oh, he's whining.
He sees himself. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, my babies.
the Will and Grace.
Okay.
Thing, yeah.
Nintendo. What's this one?
That's not it. It's gonna be probably from March of last year, hun. So you gotta go way back.
There's a Superman outfit.
Oh, he's so cute.
That's a Superman. Oh, that's when she dressed up as Jess
Jesse Anderson
from Walking Dead. It's his mohawk. Went and saw the Suicide Squad with a bunch of friends. Oh, he all tuckered out. There's
That
me.
was when you cosplayed as Kylo
I
Ren.
cosplayed as Kylo Ren.
Nintendo, calm down, babe. Calm down. Stop. Ah.
She's playing Harley Quinzel there, cosplaying. There's me and her. There it is. There it is.
Okay,
Here we
it was
go. Here we
July,
go.
My bad. Why is it so low?
Look at him in the video.
When is it, baby? I mean, he could.
He does that just
Yeah.
so much too. Look at the little guy.
Oh, baby. All right, I'm gonna put you down so you can run around.
All right. Where are my babies? Oh, here we go.
That's where he did that with the Hobbit. Look, baby, you want it?
Oh, that's our little guy. There you go. Well, now we got him all excited.
Yeah, he's running back and forth under the computer now, trying to figure out where the horse went. What? I mean, you got him riled.
Stream within a stream within a stream. Okay, we probably have a lot of questions here.
Oh gosh, Tindo.
Did he just jump up on you?
He's trying to. Asian or Italian food? I would go with Italian. He would probably go with Asian.
If we are forced to watch 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight, which one would you watch?
Twilight. I'm not watching 50 Shades.
Yeah, Twilight. Is there a game you both would like to co-op on? Well, we both...
I would love to do that more, but he doesn't trust me enough to play because I suck so bad at it.
That's...
And his channel is about, I mean, he's really good at what he does, you know, so you don't want to kind of lower that standard, so.
Well, that's not it. It's not I would be expecting a video that we do to be, you know, professional.
I wouldn't have to play.
Like that. But
we
she's not
have
really
done
a
few.
she's not
We've
really a
done-
video gamer. She
We've
prefers
done
to
the
watch.
Friday the 13th.
She likes
Yeah,
to
I like
watch.
to watch. We've done the Friday the 13th. I did the Resident Evil with the VR, but it made me really sick. Mm-hmm. So I have a hard time with VR, and that's probably something that people would rather see. Is the
Yeah.
VR version. So.
Well, guys, I think that's going to be it. Because we've been doing this now for almost 3 hours, and
And now I want some Italian food.
yeah, we're getting hungry again. So hopefully I was able to answer a lot of your guys' questions. Hopefully you enjoyed the night. I would like to do another one of these sometime soon. It's just a chance to give you guys a way to, you know, to come into our lives and for us to come into your lives and just get together and have some fun and just enjoy life. So thank you for everyone out there that that tuned in. I really appreciate, of course, all of...
So excited.
I really appreciate all of you guys because, like I said, you know, without any of you... Crap, I don't even know how I'm going to get to the internet again. Hold on.
Hear how excited he is? He is all hopped up on the dew. He's all hopped up like a spider monkey.
I can't even get to, yeah, okay, I'll have to wait till the stream's over. All right. So, again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and
I hope
hopefully
so.
we can do it again. Hey, so excited. We're
Thank
going to
you
go
for
down.
having me.
We're going to go downstairs and watch some Home Improvement and take this guy out so he can go poo-poo and pee-pee. Because he is a boy.
All
He's a
right.
boy. All right,
Good
we love
night,
you guys.
guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, and I will see you next time. I'll have probably another live stream tomorrow for Horizon or Mass Effect, so be looking for that tomorrow. And I will see you then. Peace out. Bitches.